It's time for All-Star Baseball. I'm Hannah Martin, voice of the Casper Horseheads, and I'm honored to be bringing you the action tonight. Alongside myself and on caller commentary this evening is Zach McKinstry, voice of the Western Pioneers. We were on the Home Run Derby last night, and it was a lot of fun, so looking forward to some more fun this evening. Tonight it'll be the very best of the Lewis League taking on the very best of the Clark League. Representing the Lewis division will be the players from the Badlands Big Sticks, the Souris Valley Saber Dogs, the Mining City Tommy Knockers, the Canyon County Spuds, and the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks, and of course your very own Casper Horseheads. Over in the Clark division, it'll be players from the Western Nebraska Pioneers, the Hastings Sodbusters, the Fremont Moo, the Pier Trappers, the Spearfish Sasquatch, and the Sioux Falls Sunfish. We've got the starters for you. First, for the visiting Clark division, I will send it over to Zach.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. I'm really excited to be here. Eric Smelko will start off in center field. One of the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Couldn't have a nicer guy. A fantastic player, got a lot of range in center field and a .378 average. He's somebody to look for tonight in that leadoff spot, followed by Ben Parker out of Whitman College. He's been really good this year as well. Followed by E.J. Taylor. He'll bat third and play first base tonight. Saw him in the home run derby. The kid looks like he's 30 years old.
He really does.
He's an old guy, and he can absolutely swing it. He's got a lot of pop in the bat, so excited to see what he has tonight. Will Olson will bat cleanup and catch tonight, another home run derby participant, the catcher out of Sioux Falls. Johnny McHenry behind him at second base. Charles McAdoo will DH tonight and bat sixth. He's fantastic out of San Jose State. He can really swing it. Trevor Matson, the third of the home run derby participants in this Clark division starting lineup. Third baseman out of Arcadia, out of Hastings, and he hit one out of Duncan Field this year, which is unreal. Really big dimensions there, and a big honor for Trevor. Adonis Fort, the right fielder tonight, will bat eighth, and Theo Hardy, the shortstop, will round out the order for the Clark division. On the mound tonight, Carson Ohl will get the start, and he has been fantastic. The Grand Canyon University student-athlete. His older brother just got drafted in the MLB draft, and he is absolutely up to par, as I'm sure he wants to follow those expectations. He's been really good, and I'm excited to see him tonight, Hannah.
For sure. And now for your home Lewis division. Leading off, it'll be the shortstop, number 1, Justin Cooper. Batting second, the third baseman, number 18, the hometown kid, Christian Lopez, representing Casper here. One of 5 men that'll wear the orange tonight and represent the Horseheads in this one. Batting third, the center fielder, number 7, Carson Lundmark. Cleaning up things, it'll be the DH, number 32, Jake Jelly. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 17, Bo Brewer. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 11, Alan Greer. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 10, Joe Osborne. Batting eighth and doing the catching tonight, it'll be number 19, David Melfi. And then rounding things out, the other Horsehead in this starting lineup, it is the second baseman, Eric Arado. And on the bump, starting things off for the Lewis division tonight, it's going to be Gene Aberrett from the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. He is a switch pitcher out of Copperopolis, California, 6'2", 185-pound sophomore at Skyline College. Comes into this one with a record of 4-1 and 2, an ERA of 2.32 in 9 games. 6 of those were starts. 38 and 2/3 innings of work under his belt. 37 strikeouts, 30 walks, and 30 hits for him. His younger brother, Randy, also plays for Skyline. I learned that in my research this morning. He is 2 of 8 siblings in that family, and 5 of the 8 siblings play baseball, with 3 of them catching. So a baseball family there for Gene.
Yeah, and it's really fun to say Copperopolis. We were
talking about it before
the game. So I'm excited to see what he's got. The lefty throwing 6'2", 185, big guy up there on the mound, and I'm excited to see how he faces this Clark division lineup.
I think we've seen him once or twice here in Casper. He was pretty good when he faced us. So for sure, both starters. We've seen Carson Ohl. We know what he can do here in Casper and out in Gehring. We won't talk about that too much being on the Horseheads broadcast. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry here. We will send it to the break, but don't go anywhere. First pitch right around the corner here live at Mike Lansing Field. your hometown baseball team, the Cap. Welcome back to the broadcast. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry here on the call for the 2021 All-Star Spectacular. This, the culminating event over the past couple of days. Last night we had the Home Run Derby. We had a ton of fun getting to call that and getting to watch the guys go at it for about 2.5 hours. JT Walden of the Western Nebraska Pioneers, he eventually won it in the final round swing-off. So we are hoping for some similar fireworks here tonight. We've also got actual fireworks at 7:05 after the 7:05 start. So that should be fun as well. But first, we got a game to play here. It'll be Clark versus Lewis. Clark is the visiting team, Lewis the home team, because Casper is in the Lewis division. So out for him first, it'll be Gene Aberett, who comes from us from the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. He is a switch pitcher, so he is ambidextrous, not amphibious. Out of Copperopolis, California, 6'2", 185-pound sophomore at Skyline College. 4-1 on the season with a 2.32 ERA for the Whiskey Jacks in 9 games. 6 of them were starts. 38 2/3 innings pitched under his belt, 37 strikeouts, 30 walks, and 30 hits for him. He will face off against the top of this Clark lineup. Should be a good one, Zach.
Yeah, this is a guy that definitely can go deep into games. We probably won't see that tonight as, coach is trying to get everybody in, get to see a lot of pitchers out there on the mound. But I'm excited to see what he has, and he's facing a pretty lethal lineup. You talk about ambidextrous, you got Eric Smelko at the plate. He's a switch hitter, switch fielder as well. We had a game earlier this year. He was in left field left-handed, and mid-inning had to come into second base right-handed. So he's a talent as well, and I'm excited to see how he'll start out this game. Some
fun stuff that you see here in the Expedition League. It'll be Smelko, Ben Parker, and E.J. Taylor to lead things off for the Clark division here against Aberett. He signals which hand he'll be throwing with, so he changes gloves. Looks like he's he's already switching it up on me. It looks like he's gonna throw lefty first as he faces off against Smelko, because we have a switch hitter playing the switch pitcher. we gotta signal. We gotta make sure everybody's on the same page here as Aberett gets ready to deal the first offering home to Eric Smelko here in Casper. About 80 degrees. It is overcast. We had some showers earlier today. Hoping to stave off the bad weather here and get this game in. As the first pitch, it's on its way, and it's a strike on the inside corner to Smelko. We are underway. We will let you know how they line up behind Aberett. It is Osborne in left, Lundmark in center, Greer in right, Brewer at first, Arado at second, Cooper at short, Lopez at third, Melfi behind the plate as this one is grounded foul down the left field line. So Lopez made the play on it. He was up and he was ready to throw, but it is a foul ball.
I think Smelko might have broke his bat. Yeah, he gets a new little twig from the home run.
They've announced, they put an out on the board. They announced Ben Parker already, but that was a foul ball. So this is not some all-star scoreboarding to start things off. I'll tell you, we got Chris on the video today, all-star video. He's ready. He looks so thrilled to be here, Chris. It is an 0-2 count to Smelko. He is still in there. So he will dig in here. The 0-2 pitch on its way from Aberett, and it misses in the opposite batter's box, and the count will move to 1-2.
Yeah, but we saw some of those mistakes yesterday in the home run derby.
We did the outs. I was like, how many outs are there, fellas? Please. I have a different number than what you got on the board. They were following the board, so I think a couple of guys got some extra outs, but it's all in good fun. This one misses outside, and the count will even up at 2-2.
Yeah, they still got the excitement. Certainly all the fans that were here.
Exactly, and that's what matters. A nice crowd here tonight. Last count, it was about 1,000, and I think they've got more than that in here, so we will get the final count for you. As this one is shot foul down the left field line once again, and the count will hold full. Hey, Chris, you going to go get the count for us? He's on it. We don't even have to ask him.
I believe it's 2-2.
2-2. They're going through it.
Yeah, they'll do some rotations on the scoreboard. Get the jitters out of the way on the first batter, I guess.
Aberett comes set, and he deals a 2-2 pitch home. This one is swung on and skied on the infield. Over is Arado. We see him so often making that play, and he does it here for the first out of the All-Star game. As it is a fly out, Arado ranging behind second base and into center to make that play, and it will send up Ben Parker, the left fielder, with one down and nobody aboard here in the top of the first. Parker representing the Spearfish Sasquatch, a sophomore at Whitman University out of Los Altos, California. Hitting .421 this season in 43 games for the Sasquatch. As here comes a pitch from Averett. This one is also skied down the infield. Arado is there. He barely has to move, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So a couple of pop-ups on the infield for Averett. A nice start for him. And a nice start for Eric Arado, too. He's made both of the putouts.
Yeah, quick start for him defensively.
Yeah, he's ready to go out there.
Yeah.
E.J. Taylor will come to the plate. Well, they've been playing him. The Horseheads were out in eastern Nebraska. They were taking on Hastings and Fremont. They've been playing him and left the past couple of games. So I was making the lineup card for the graphics for Twitter, and I was like, left? I can't be reading this right. 7? That's our second baseman. That's our all-star second baseman. But showing some range defensively, you certainly love to see that from your all-star, as E.J. Taylor will dig in. We saw him in the home run derby last night hitting some absolute bombs. Made it to the second round as this one misses down low for Averett, and it'll be a ball. 1-0 the count to Taylor. Batting with 2 down here in the top of the first. Nobody aboard. The sun is starting to peek out from behind the clouds, so boys will have to deal with the sun and some shadows here. Just about 7:15 local time as we have our first foul ball of the game. It heads up into the grandstands. And the Kiana leaving up at 1-1.
I've talked about it on a broadcast before, but the last league I was in, one of the teams have some of their games. They do, if fans catch a foul ball, it's an out.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, my gosh. That's wild. This one misses upstairs for a ball 2-1. Well, the only sort of like foul ball promotion that I've heard of is like if you turn it in, you get like a coupon for a free ice cream at your local. We did that at Wazoo all the time. But that's a first. I hadn't heard that one before. As this one will catch the top of the zone. And now Averett just one strike away from a 1-2-3 inning here in the first. Trying to get the Lewis division up to bat. As here comes 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed. He does indeed set him down in order. Taylor is down swinging here in the first. We head to the home half of the frame. Scoreless ball game. Lewis coming up. Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field, the All-Star Game Spectacular here in Casper, Wyoming. Bottom of the first, we are scoreless. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry on the call tonight as we will see the first of Carson Ohl, the right-hander from the Western Nebraska Pioneers. He is out there on the bump for the Clark division, facing off against the leadoff men for Lewis. Ohl checking into this game out of Simi Valley, California, 6'3", 175-pound freshman at Grand Canyon University. 6-1 on the season with a 2.45 ERA in 8 games, all of which were starts. 47 2/3 innings of work under his belt, 44 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 43 hits. You see the most of him
Yeah. Carson's a guy that can really pound the zone, and the thing that pops out the most in that stat line is the 44 strikeouts for 5 walks.
Yep.
He's been unbelievable this year at finding that strike zone, and he's proved it out of Simi Valley, California, first team all-conference, all-county in high school, and he's really carried it over. Didn't get any playing time at Grand Canyon this year, but I guarantee you he'll get some next year after the summer he's been having.
He's looked excellent in the 2 or 3 starts that we've seen him against Casper, as second pitch swinging is Justin Cooper. He sends this one out into center. Settling under it is Eric Smelko, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
So you got hitters getting underneath some pitches here early on.
We certainly have seen that.
Fly out.
Yeah. As Christian Lopez will check in, a Horsehead favorite. He did, we were down talking pregame, and he made sure to say, can you give a shout out to my family watching? They are one of our most dedicated fan bases, that is for sure. They are always here, always cheering on Christian, so we will for sure give him a shout out as Lopez checks in at third base this evening, his usual territory for Casper, as the first pitch from Ole misses inside for a ball, and the count will move to 1-0. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning as Lopez batting, looking to get the first hit of the ball game. Here comes the next offering from Ole. This one is swung on and fouled down the left field line. Lopez was one of those no-doubter all-stars for the Horseheads, one of 5 that Casper has here this evening, including yesterday's announcement of backstop Joe Schmidt, the catcher from Badlands, injured over the weekend, as this one is swung on and shot foul once again, so the count will move to 1-2 on Lopez. So Joe Schmidt able to step up. He certainly has the all-star numbers, and now he's got the title to go along with it, so we'll see if we see him in this ball game. As Lopez digs back in, the count is 1-2 to him, fighting against Ole. Here comes the pitch. This one misses in the opposite batter's box, and the count will move to 2-2.
Yeah, and I hope we get to see Schmidt and Lopez at the plate, really all the Horseheads guys. It's really such an honor playing summer ball. You get to play here in Casper, and now you're playing in front of your home fans. Get a really big crowd here tonight, and it's got to be great. This
one is chopped to the third baseman, Matson. He charges and fires, and they will retire Lopez by a step there. As there are 2 down here quickly now for the Lewis division, and it will send up Carson Lundmark. Batting with 2 down, and the base is empty. We'll tell you how they line up behind Ole. Parker in left, Smelko in center, Forte in right, Taylor at first, McHenry at second, Hardy at short, Matson at third, and doing the catching behind the plate, it is Will Olson, who had a Boston Red Sox shirt on at the luncheon this afternoon. So I had to give him a shout out, of course. He was like, who are you? Leave me alone, please. I'm just trying to have my lunch. We got a Wazoo shirt here. Go Cougs, man. We got him. We're talking about the Red Sox. We got the Cougs shirt. This one misses, and it'll be a 1-0 offering home to Lundmark. As here comes the next offering. This one misses off the plate, and he is ahead in the count now, 2-0.
Yeah, for Lopez, you got to see his speed on that ground ball. That's a routine ground ball to Matson, and he made an easy play, nice throw across the infield, but Lopez almost beat that out. So impressive to see that speed early on. And for Lundmark at the plate, in the series against us a couple of series ago against the Pioneers at Oregon Trail Park Stadium, he rolled over his hand diving for a ball in the outfield.
Oh, man.
Everybody was worried. He didn't know what the injury status was, but he toughed it out, played the rest of the game, and swung with that injured thumb.
Man.
Really good to see him back here in the All-Star game, continuing to swing and continuing to work on his craft. So,
for sure, it's a 3-1 offering home from Ole. He swings at the pitch, and he sends it high into the left side. Moving over on it is Hardy. He is there in shallow left field to make the catch. So 6 up, 6 down here so far in the All-Star game. We head to the top of the second. Clark coming up, still scoreless. Welcome back to the broadcast. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry alongside you in a scoreless ball game here in the top of the second inning. We do have Will Olson coming to the plate, but we will have Haley. She is down on the concourse. She is standing live with Joe Schmidt. She's ready to give us the interview. Go for it, Haley.
I'm here with Joe Schmidt. Joe Schmidt, you play for the Casper Horseheads?
Yes, I do.
So you were a last-minute addition to the All-Star team. When Coach Stover told you that you were going to be an All-Star, how did you feel?
I was pretty excited. I was wanting to be on the All-Star team this year. Didn't get invited at first, but then I heard somebody dropped out. They told me about it, and I was really excited. Found out at like 2 a.m. on the bus, so I was ready to go.
That's awesome. And so what has been your favorite part so far about this event?
Just getting to see everybody from every team. Some of the guys been able to hang out with us a little bit this season, getting to know some guys from other schools and other places, so it's been a fun time.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to give it back to Hannah now, but thank you so much, Joe. Good luck in the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Haley, and thank you, Joe Schmidt. Glad to hear from him. As he mentioned, he was a late addition. We got the news just yesterday, and he is here. He was home last night, and he was dressed and ready to go as this one is fouled back, and it'll run the count to 2-2 on Will Olson, who is batting out of the cleanup spot for Clark. We saw him in the home run derby as well last night, representing the Sioux Falls Sunfish.
Yeah, and he's a guy that can swing it as well. That 372 average proves it. But we'll see if this good pitching outing can continue with the new arm into the game.
As he sends this one foul down that left field line, so the count will hold at 2-2. Olson, a junior at Augustana out of Omaha, Nebraska. The leadoff man here in the top of the second inning. Gene Abarrett out there for another inning of work. It is not.
I believe it's Parker Storr.
Parker Storr is out there. Yep, we got a new number. As this one is swung on and missed. And so down goes Olson swinging for the first out of the inning here. So we've got Parker Storr out there. It is number 30.
Yeah, and Parker's an absolute beast out of the Badlands Big Sticks. And he's one of the top 5 guys in the league in strikeouts, and you can see why. That's some nasty stuff he's got up there at the mound, and he just struck out one of the better hitters in the league in Will Olson. So we might have a pitcher's duel the majority of the way here, if anything's indicated through the first 7 batters of the game.
Well, and that happens, with the best of the best, and pitching does win out a lot of the time with that. As Johnny McHenry digs in here, the number 5 man for the Clark division this evening. He looks at a pitch outside, so the count will move to 1-0 on him. As here comes the next offering. This one is swung on and hit out to left. That one will drop down for the first base hit of the ball game, and it belongs to Johnny McHenry from the Spearfish Sasquatch. He just went with that one and lined it right out into left.
Yeah, well, maybe I jinxed it.
I know. We were just talking about the pitching, and then here you go.
No, that's really good hitting from McHenry to push it out into left field, and watch that one drop over the shortstop, Justin Cooper. But excited to see him on the base pass. We'll see if there's some speed out there.
Charles McAdoo to dig in here now, batting for the first time with a runner aboard for either team. The DH also from the Spearfish Sasquatch. They are represented well here tonight. As this one is swung on, hit to the shortstop Cooper. He gloves to second, over to first, and they turn the double play. They go 6-4-3 on it. Cooper to Arado to Brewer, and they get out of the inning. So a base hit here for Clark, but nothing doing after the 6-4 double three. 6-4-3 double play is turned. We head to the home half of the second inning. The Lewis division coming up.
Welcome back. New arm into the game, Zach Kreith, as he'll get the pitch here for the Clark division. He's been really good this year. Already 18 outings, all out of relief.
Oh, man.
But the majority of them are short outings.
Yeah.
Nothing any more than 3.1 this season. So this is a good area for him just to throw the 1 inning. But he's been really good in those short outings. A 2.78 ERA, 7 saves, and 46 strikeouts to 6 walks. Another guy that can pound the zone. And head coach Antonio Garcia certainly knows it. It's his birthday today, so shout out to Tony, turning 23.
Happy birthday. It was Giselle's birthday yesterday as well, our co-GM here in Casper. So some birthdays over this All-Star Spectacular as this one misses upstairs for a ball, and the count will move to 1-0 on Jake Jelly, the DH for the Lewis division here this evening.
Yeah, another fun name at the plate.
Yes, we had been butchering it until somebody corrected us when Wheat City was in town, as this one will catch the outside corner 1-1, and they were like, it's Jelly, and at first we thought it was like a troll account, but then they were like, no, it's really, that's how you say it. We were like, all right, we'll keep rolling. 1-1 now, the count to him leading off for the Lewis division. He sends this one softly down the line, but it's going to roll foul. So the count will move to 1-2. Jelly, Brewer, and Greer due up here facing the new pitcher, Zachary Kreith, just into this ball game. So the starter, Carson Ohl, 1-2-3. He set him down. So did the starter for the Lewis division, Gene Averett. So we are now into those well-stocked bullpens. Seeing some guys we certainly hope to see. The only pitcher on the roster for Casper tonight, Jake Wright. He got the start on the 4th of July, so he is used to some big games.
How tall is Jake Wright?
We say 5'10" in quotation marks. Because I'm, 5'9", 5'10". I go down, I stand next to him. I'm like, uh-oh, Jake. Something's wrong here. As this one will miss upstairs for a ball, and the count moves to 2-2. But, and another great personality and a great guy, always willing to help us out. And, especially on social media, some of the guys a little camera shy, but he's always ready to put on the cowboy hat. We call him Cowboy Jake Wright. He's out of Georgia. As this one will miss inside. I think Kreith that he had strike 3 there, but it is ball 3, and so the count will move full now to Jake Jelly, the DH.
And you can see that nasty slider working already on the first foul ball from Jelly. That one rolled up that third base line. He was way out in front and hit the end of the bat.
This one, he's out leaning for it, and he sends it into shallow left. Going back on it is Hardy, and he is there to make the catch for out number 1. And so it will send up Bo Brewer out of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Bottom of the 2nd inning, 1 out here. First Sabre Dog, I believe, that we are seeing in this ball game.
Yeah, the leadoff guy, Justin Cooper, as well.
That was my one question. I was like,
But Brewer's a guy that out of junior college, playing at Paris Junior College in Texas. Nice pitch there. But he's not going to be at the junior college level for much longer. He has been phenomenal this season. You look at his stats, and you're like...
It's crazy.
I know.
I was typing them today. I was like, no, this has got to be wrong. 416 average, 54 runs, 11 doubles, perhaps most impressively, 57 RBIs as he swings and doesn't get a pitch there, and he is down in the count 0-2. But, yeah, his walk-up song when he's at home is Hips Don't Lie by Shakira, and that has been his walk-up song ever since high school because he's like, it's fun. Everybody knows it. It puts people in a good mood. I was like, all right. The 0-2 pitch is swung on, back up the middle. Zachary Kreith is there to make the catch. He underhands to Taylor at first to complete the out. So there are now 2 down here for the Lewis division, and it will send up Alan Greer. Lewis division still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Clark got theirs in the top of the frame. We are still scoreless here, bottom of the 2nd inning, 2 down, and beautiful Casper, Wyoming. One of the few overcast days that we have had here. It was raining earlier, so a bit humid here. But they're playing through it. They were expecting thunderstorms in the area, so we have fingers crossed that those pass by us. As first pitch swinging is Greer, he sends this one out to deep right. Going back on it is Forte. He's at the track, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's another 1-2-3 inning for the Lewis division. Kreith sets them down in order. We head to the top of the 3rd, scoreless ball game. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the third inning here. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry on the call for you. It'll be the bottom third of the Clark lineup due up against a new pitcher, Jaden Beck from the Soares Valley Sabre Dogs, the right-hander out of Troy, Texas. 6'4", 260-pound right-hander. 3-0 on the season with a 2.93 ERA in 12 games. 30 and 2/3 innings of work under his belt and 30 strikeouts to go along with it. 12 walks and 31 hits as he deals the first offering home to Trevor Matson, and it misses outside. The count will move to 1-0. We saw Matson last night representing the Hastings Sodbusters wearing those high green socks. He had them on last night as the pitch bounced up in the opposite batter's box, and the count will move to 2-0. He was joking earlier in the game, or when we were doing the pregame meal. He was like, it's quite the look here that I've got with the navy top, the orange sleeves, the gray pants, the green socks with the white, with the yellow piping. I'm like, all right. We got a rainbow outfit here tonight as this one is swung on and lined out to left. This ball is going to get down in front of Joe Osborne, who grabs it and throws it back in here. So Matson is aboard with a leadoff single.
Yeah, a bit of a fashion statement, but if it works, it works.
You know what? Go for it. You got to represent your team, you know? He's got the socks. He can't help that, the Sodbusters colors are green and yellow, so.
And 1 for 1 in the socks there. Nice piece of hitting from Matson as he takes it out into left field. And you got the man on the mound, Jaden Beck, who the Pioneers got to see last series, a great series against Soares Valley. And after a tough start for one of their starters, he went 4.1 of relief and really bridged the gap as this one shot out into left.
This one is into left, and Joe Osborne settles under it. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Adonis Forte the second. He is down with the first out of the top of the third. So another fly out. We've seen almost all the outs in this game have been flyouts, except for there was a ground ball that Lopez was out on, and then the 6-4-3 double play that Lewis turned to get out of the inning last time around. And it will send up Theo Hardy, the shortstop. Another spearfish man, I do believe. They are well endowed here in this starting lineup, as he will come to the plate batting with a runner aboard at first and 1 out. He is first pitch swinging, and he swings through a pitch right down the heart of the plate.
That was a heavy hack. It
certainly was. That was me up there last night swinging against those softball girls. I had no idea what I was doing. Jake Wright, our pitcher, was behind the plate doing the catching. He's like, put your hands together. I was like, please, leave me alone. This one is shot foul down the right field line into that Lewis bullpen.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we had one of our pitchers go up there and hit, and he struck out, and the cameraman took a picture of the strikeout, and it is an unbelievable picture. It was sent into the baseball group chat.
I saw that earlier today.
Very funny.
The 0-2 pitch is skied out to center. Going back on it is Lundmark. He settles under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Matson was halfway to second, so he will have to go back. And the lineup will turn over for the first time for the Clark division as Eric Smelko will come to the plate. Now, that was a fun day yesterday. We had the home run derby. We had the girls all-star softball here. We had the kids clinic. We had some signings. So a really nice time for the fans, as we are going to have a meeting on the mound here. Everybody and their mom coming in to talk with Jaden Beck as they get ready to face off against Eric Smelko, who is 0 for 1 with a fly out to Arado at second in his first plate appearance. 2 down here, top of the third inning. A runner aboard at first, scoreless ball game. 2 hits so far for Clark, nothing doing for Lewis. As Lewis will have the bottom third of their lineup due up. Joe Osborne, David Melfi, and Eric Arado in the bottom half of the inning. We'll have to wait and see who the new pitcher is. But it's exciting. Get to see a new pitcher, a new arm every inning.
And new batter's box for Eric Smelko, too.
For sure. He flips around to the other side, and he will look at a ball for the first offering to him. 1-0. Now the count to Smelko, representing the Western Nebraska Pioneers. How many y'all have? 7? 8?
I think we had 7, and then we added a couple more due to injury. So we're up to 8 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
This one misses inside for a ball, 2-0.
Yeah, we had Tyler Davis, a late addition due to one of the catchers going down. Dalton Frank got the bid, but he's hurt, heading home. And replaced by Jared Mazzaferro, and then Paul Pandoro added late as well.
This one will miss inside, and the count is now 3-0 on Smelko. So he is ahead in the count. Runner will be in motion, perhaps with 2 down. We'll see if they do a little hit and run here.
Oh, Antonio Garcia loves to do it. We'll see if
There
some
you
signs
go.
are on. But we've seen tons of it from him this year.
A runner is holding, and this one not even close, and Smelko will be aboard on 4 pitches. So the first runner to go down to second base in this game is Trevor Matson, and Clark has a runner in scoring position for Ben Parker, the left fielder, who is 0 for 1. He also flew out to Eric Arado in his first plate appearance. That was back against the starter, Gene Aberrett. Now facing off against Jaden Beck, who has thrown 11 pitches, 5 strikes, and 6 balls. He has allowed the base hit to Matson, and he has now walked Smelko as he will deal a strike on the outside corner. Count is 0-1. We do have 4 umpires here tonight, so we got plenty of umpires, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Get some, perhaps some more accurate calls this evening. As here comes the 0-1 home. It's chopped up the middle. Charging is Cooper. He gloves and fires over to first to retire Parker. So Clark gets 2 runners aboard, but they do strand them here. The first men left in the ball game belong to the Clark division. We head to the home half of the third, still scoreless. All-Star Spectacular. It is the All-Star game here tonight at Mike Lansing Field. Bottom of the third inning. We all are scoreless. It'll be Joe Osborne, David Melfi, and Eric Arado due up here for the Lewis division. They will face off against Tyler Luban. He is out of Minot State University, a sophomore there. The right-hander, 6 foot, 180 pounds. A submarine-style pitcher here as he deals the pitch home, and it's fouled off by Osborne to the right side, so the count will move to 0-1. Osborne, the left fielder tonight, facing Luban for the first time just into this ball game, 3-0 on the season with an ERA of 2.61, representing the Pierre Trappers. As he deals the 0-1 offering home. This one fouled back once again, and the count will move to 0-2 on Osborne. Luban out of El Cajon, California. The right-hander out there. He is ahead in the count, 0-2 on Osborne. Scoreless ball game, 2 hits for Clark. Nothing doing so far for Lewis. Looking to change that here with the bottom of the lineup due up. As here comes the 0-2. This one he just got a piece of it, and it's fouled back to the screen. So all 3 pitches that Luban has thrown have been fouled off.
Yeah, it's an adjustment up there at the plate. Not only are you mixing up the speed, but the different arm angle from Luban. And we'll see how Joe Osborne adjusts, the Badlands Big Sticks kid that's been really good this year.
He's got that red helmet on as he swings and sends this one out to right, but this one is going to fall foul. So the count will hold at 0-2. Here live and Casper, Wyoming. About a 7:05 start time this evening. We had gates open at 5:30. We had kids clinics and signings and a whole bunch of fun stuff here for the fans. This the culminating event of the 2-day event that has been 2 years in the works here in Casper. The Horseheads sat out last season as this one is swung on and hit softly to the shortstop Hardy. He charges, gloves, and fires, and safe at first is Osborne. He beats that one out. It was a soft ground ball hit to Hardy, and with the speed of Osborne, he's able to beat it out, and that is the first base hit of the game for the Lewis division. Goes as an infield hit here, and it will send up David Melfi, the backstop, for the Lewis division tonight, hitting it out of that 8-hole, and he comes to the plate for the first time with a runner aboard. Bottom of the third inning, nobody out. He's the Dolphin man tonight. They play the Dolphin sound. The first time we started doing that, Mining City was in town, and then we heard the Dolphin sound on their broadcast, and we were like, hey, you guys stole that from us. They were like, no, everybody in the league does that.
Oh, sure.
And I was like, I don't know about that, besties. As this one is swung on, hit sharply to the third baseman, over to second for one, on to first, and they do turn the double play. They go around the horn to do it, so Melfi hits into the 5-4-3 double play, and there are now quickly two down here in the bottom of the third inning, for Eric Arado, one of the 5 Casper Horseheads representing Casper here this evening.
Well, maybe imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
That's what we were thinking. But yeah, we heard it on the back of there because I, of course, do not travel with my team. But we heard it on the back of the Mining City broadcast, and we were like, that sounds familiar. But no, they play it here. We were talking about there are 2 people who run the music here at Mike Lansing sometimes. There's Haley and Chris is on it tonight. Chris loves to just like fall asleep on the Dolphin noise. As this one misses inside for a ball, and the count will move to 1-0 on Arado out of Sussex, Wisconsin. His dad is a big fan, very active on our social media, so we will give him a shout out. As here comes the 1-0 offering home to him. He fouls this one off. And the count moves to 1-1.
Another Horsehead, you want to call something here? What are we predicting Eric does here?
I don't know. He's, a big base hit kind of guy. So maybe a little single through the right side?
Right side, okay. All right, let's see it. We had one of our players, Eric Smelko, out in center field, mic'd up, and he was big into predicting the entire broadcast.
All right. That's fun. That one misses down low and outside. Count will move to 2-1.
Well, this is the guy to do it off of. You got a slower right-handed arm, so you're going to be early on those pitches. So if you're going to barrel one, it's going to be that right side. We'll see. We've
got Christian Lopez for the Horseheads mic'd up tonight. Begrudgingly, but we do appreciate him doing it for us. As this one is set out into left, this one is falling, and it drops down in front of Parker. So I was right on the single, but I was wrong as to where it was going to go.
50-50.
So, not bad. I'll take it. Arado is aboard with the base hit out to left, and it will send up Justin Cooper. He is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center so far in this ball game. And he's batting now with 2 down and a runner aboard. In Arado at first base here in the bottom of the third inning. It is a scoreless ball game. It has been a pitcher's duel through and through so far. Just 2 hits for both teams so far in the ball game. Clark left 2 in the top of the third, As here comes the pitch, and it's a strike on that outside corner. And the count will move to 0-1 on Cooper.
Yeah, Justin Cooper's a good ball player, and we learned that the hard way through the last series. He was ended up having 7 hits in his first 11 at-bats. Runner goes here.
Runner goes down to second. They throw down, and it goes into center, so Arado will be down there safely as he has the first stolen base of the ball game here, and he gets himself in scoring position for the first time tonight for the Lewis division.
Nice deke by McHenry out there at second, though. He kept his glove on him. The runner thought it was still on the infield, didn't realize that ball was in center field, I guess, and stood out there at second. So
stopped him from going to third. Certainly, pitch was a ball, so the count will move to 1-1 on Cooper. The shortstop tonight, starting out there for the Sabre Dogs, as this one misses well outside. And the count moves to 2-1 on Cooper, who attends Texas Southern University. He's a junior there, 5'7", 165-pound, in that right-handed batter's box.
Finished our series with 4 extra base hits in 3 games.
We have not seen Soares Valley since the very beginning of the season, and they swept us. It was not pretty. As that one is a strike on the inside corner, 2-2. It was a big blowout game. It was like 23-2.
Well, we had an extra inning games against them. We lost 10-8 in the 10th inning, but 3 of those runs were earned. So a lot of errors.
Yeah.
Tough one to call.
Yeah. As this one is swung on, this one is out to center. Smelko is over, and he is there to make the catch. Oh, thought it had a chance of getting down and scoring. Arado, who is off on the pitch, but too much speed from Smelko, who gets over, and he tracks it down for out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th inning. The Lewis division was going to say the Horseheads. It's a Horsehead play. A Horsehead player is stranded on the bases. We head to the top of the 4th. Scoreless ball game.
We're back here for the top of the 4th inning, and a new pitcher onto the mound. It's Pat Miner out of Arkansas Tech, and he's a two-way player, and you can tell as one of the first times we had our coach mic'd up. It was a couple series ago against his squad, and we had our coach over there. I was telling him how he's a pitcher. He's only had 4 at-bats on the season, and that he was in the home run derby.
Yep.
And he was like, this guy's in the home run derby? And he didn't believe it.
As first pitch swinging is E.J. Taylor. He sends this one out to right, and a nice shoestring catch out there by Alan Greer for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Alan Greer had to make a nice play to interrupt my story. But no, Pat Miner, our coach was giving him some grief. Like, how is he in the home run derby with only 4 at-bats? Next pitch, he hit one over the scoreboard at Morgan Trail Park Stadium.
Gosh.
And as he's rounding the bases, you can hear Antonio Garcia say, yeah, he can be. So not only can he pitch, but he can swing it as well.
We did see him last night in the home run derby. Didn't make it out of the first round, but that's okay. As here comes the first offering home to Olsen. He's down on a knee, swinging at that one as he shakes his head, steps out of the batter's box, and will come back in. Count will be 0-1 on him. As he will climb back in here, batting with 1 down in the top of the 4th, and this one misses upstairs for a ball, 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for both teams. Clark has left 2 men. Lewis has left 1. That was Arado in the bottom of the last frame, as here comes the 1-1 home. This one is chopped to the third baseman, Lopez, but it's a foul ball. Oh, he was up and gunning. He would have made that play all the way over in foul territory, but does go for a foul ball. Showing off a bit for the hometown fans. His girlfriend is in the house, so you know.
Maybe that's
you know. Got to show off the arm.
Oh, yeah, he showed it off there. That's a tough play.
Yeah.
In foul territory.
He had gone to the backhand on it. He was up and gunning. But it is just a long strike, and so 1-2 will be the count as we come back to things here. Miner delivers home as this one is swung on and missed. He picks up a strikeout of Olsen, and that is the second strikeout of the ballgame for Will Olsen. Second time he is down swinging as well, as it will send up Johnny McHenry. The second baseman is 1 for 1 in the ballgame. He had the first hit of this one, as we will have a meeting on the mound here, and it looks like, we're going to get a little pitching change here after 2 outs. As things go in the All-Star game, it does look like Pat Miner is going to head out of this ball game. He gets some hugs from his teammates. And we will see who is on to replace him. We will send it to the break. I know he just came out of one. We will send it to the break. Don't go anywhere. We got a pitching change here. Top of the 4th inning, scoreless ball game. Welcome back to the ball game. Top of the 4th inning, 2 down for Kyle Bratzett, who is on in relief of Pat Miner. He deals ball 1 home. As here comes the next pitch, he sends this one out to the third baseman, Lopez, who gathers and fires across the diamond to retire McHenry. So we were just in the break. We came back. Joe Schmidt is doing the catching behind the plate. We are pretty sure now, so we want to announce that. We will head to the home half of the 4th, still a scoreless ball game.
Christian Lopez leads us off in this bottom of the 4th, but the new arm into the game, one of the Pioneers, Paul Pandoro, the local kid from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and he's getting to play for the Pioneers yet again. He actually had some play time with the Casper Horseheads back in their inaugural season.
Oh.
But his family has an unbelievable taco truck. He's
Wow.
a great guy, and he has some fantastic stats this year, a 2-0 record, 2.93 ERA, and all 7 games out of relief. He's been really good, so excited to see him here.
Excellent. The next offering home to Lopez is fouled back. And the count moves to 1-1 on CeeLo. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out so far in the ball game. I do want to give a shout out tonight. History was made in the major leagues of the first all-female broadcasting crew for the Baltimore Orioles. They got 2 gals up in the press box and then 3 women down on the field doing the reporting. So I thought that was pretty cool, as this one misses inside for a ball 2-1. And while we're on the topic of female broadcasters, Canyon County Spuds, they have Santina Lopez taking over for them.
Santina Zito, but she's
Santina
been
Zito.
fantastic.
We have Christian Lopez at the plate, and my wires are all crossed. As this one is a ground ball up the middle, McHenry ranges, and he fires over to first to retire Christian Lopez. But I had heard Santina when she was on doing color for the Spuds, and I was like, wow, she's excellent. She has such a passion and a knowledge for the game. So excellent news to hear that she's taken over for play-by-play duties for the rest of the season. So some more female representation up in the booth, never a bad thing. So a shout out to her, and as well as all of the Baltimore's Orioles women.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have Santina on for a pregame show while I was in Caldwell. And
very nice.
She is fantastic at what she does. I'm glad she's got that play-by-play position, and excited to hear her the rest of the way.
As it will send up Carson Lundmark here with 1 down, and he will look at a strike right at the bottom of the zone. As he is 0 for 1 in this ball game with a flyout. We do have a new pitcher behind the new catcher behind the dish, is Colin Adams, as this one is sent to the left side. Diving stop by Matson. It's in and out of his glove. And so we'll see how they score that, but aboard is Lundmark. What do you say on that? Hit or error?
I think that's probably going to be a hit.
It is a hit indeed. You never know sometimes.
Yeah.
Things are always a little funny here in the Expedition League.
No, but a shift on, too, on Lundmark, the left-handed batter, and he poked it to the left side with only Matson really with a lot of room over there, but nice play by Matson, just popped in and out of the glove, and it allows Lundmark to reach. But some action here against Pandoro in this bottom of the 4th.
Jake Jelly to check in here now, 0 for 1 with a fly out in the ball game, and he looks at ball 1 downstairs. A nice stop by Adams to keep Lundmark from advancing. He is the runner aboard at first with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As a packed house here in Casper, rivaling the record-setting crowd that we had back on the 4th of July, as here comes the 1-0 pitch. This one misses upstairs for a ball, and it is now 2-0, the count to Jake Jelly, who comes to us from the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks, batting cleanup in this Lewis lineup, getting his second at-bat here this evening. As the throw will go over to first, and I think I don't know about that. He was leaning on that one. He is called safe, though.
That was a really nice move from Paul Pandoro.
It sure was.
But, yeah, Lundmark definitely jumping towards that second base bag, and close play over there, but it is ruled safe. So
back safely is Lundmark, as here comes a 2-0 offering home, and it's a strike on the inside corner to Jelly, who is out of UMN Crookston, 6'2", 200-pounder out of East Grand Forks, Minnesota. His brother Reed also played baseball at the same school. So some family relations there. He is not the only one. Gene Abarrett, he also plays with his brother at Skyline College.
Yeah, and the starter for the Clark division, Carson Oll, his older brother, played at Grand Canyon with him this year. And then I mentioned, I think earlier in the broadcast, but got drafted by the Twins. So
very
congrats
cool
to him, Pearson.
Throw goes over to first to check on Lundmark once again, and he is back safely. As here comes the 2-1 home to Jelly, and this one misses up and in, and the count will move to 3-1.
Hitters count here for Jelly, and wouldn't be surprised to see him try and turn on one if he gets a fastball from Pandoro, as Pandora's fastball can run it up there on the velo, but good swing. Faster it comes in, further it goes out.
Runner takes off, pitches. Oh, it's a strike on the top of the zone. And so we have some calls here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll just say that. So Lundmark is down to second safely on the stolen base, and it will be a full count offering home to Jelly.
Yeah, I think Adams thought that was ball 4.
I think so as well, yeah. But runner is at second base, bottom of the 4th inning, 1 down. Big pitch here to Jake Jelly, best scoring chance that the Lewis division has had here this evening. As the payoff pitch, it's on its way. This one is chopped softly up the middle. The second baseman, McHenry, charges. He fires over to first. They get the out there. They throw over to third and try and get Lenmark, but he is back safely. So Jelly does advance Lenmark to third. So now the first run of the ball game, just 90 feet away. Nice play there by McHenry to retire the runner.
And it really is exciting in this Expedition League, seeing how good some of this defense is. Some of these players are so phenomenal defensively. And McHenry over there at second base, he made that play look easy. That's a very tough play coming in on the ball and flipping it to beat the speedy Jake Gilly over there at first base. But he did get it in time. And I just love seeing the stellar defense out there that we get to display here in the All-Star game.
And it will send up Bo Brewer, one of the better chances that the Lewis division has to score this run with this man at the plate. The first baseman 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. As here comes the pitch. It's a check swing, and they say it's a strike on the pitch at home. It was on that outside corner. And so the count is now 0-1 on Brewer. Lenmark just 90 feet away here in a scoreless ball game. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Expedition League All-Star game. This one is sent up the middle. The dive by McHenry. He's going to get him. Oh, what a play. He went diving towards that second base bag. He had to reach up for the ball. He popped right back up, and he fired over to first to retire Brewer. That had RBI single written all over it, but not on McHenry's watch. We were just talking about the stellar defense, and McHenry, he does, and he flashes the leather once again. We head to the top of the fifth inning, still scoreless. Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry alongside you as we open play here in the top of the fifth inning in a scoreless ball game. It is Kyle Bratt set out for another inning of work as he deals a ball home to Charles McAdoo on that outside corner. McAdoo 0 for 1 in the ball game with a ground out in his first plate appearance. As here comes the 1-0 offering home to him, and this one is bounced up there, so the count now 2-0 to McAdoo.
A couple of teammates out there at San Jose State.
Oh, yes, you're right.
McAdoo.
McAdoo is a freshman at San Jose State as he swings through a pitch, and the count will move to 2-1. As I think we are trying to, we're going to get we got an interview here as the next offering misses outside. We are going to send it down to Haley. She is standing live with one of our Clark players, I do believe. So we will send it down to Haley. Haley, you are good to go.
All right, I'm here with Zach Creeth from the Spearfish Sasquatch. You pitched earlier this game, right? Yep. How do you feel about your performance?
I felt great about my performance. It was really cool getting to go up and pitch against some of the best players in the Expedition League, and getting a quick 1-2-3 inning was super sweet. It was awesome.
Awesome. How did you feel when you found out you were selected for the All-Star team?
Oh, it was incredible. Such a great feeling. Our coach brought us all over, and the Sasquatch, we were lucky enough to have 7 guys selected, and so he listed all of our names off, and it was sweet having all the guys there cheer us on. It was awesome.
That's so awesome. And so how do you think the dynamic of the team has been with all these guys from other places playing together?
I love it. I mean, it's everyone just playing the best baseball they can, the best players in the league, and we're all just out here having a great time playing some great baseball.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zach. I'm going to send it back to Hannah, but good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Haley, as McAdoo is down via the K. So there's one out here in the top of the 5th inning, and it will send up Trevor Matson. But not before, you guessed it, we got another pitching change here in Casper. We will find out who that is. It looks like it ends with a 4-14 maybe?
I'm rolling 34.
34?
Placing bets, but we'll see.
Well, what do you got? We got a 14?
34 would be Dylan Wilhelm.
From the Knockers, I do believe, so that sounds right.
He is a really good pitcher, pitched against Pioneers this year, and if his mom's listening, shout out to Miss Wilhelm, as she reached out to me after one of the games. And Dylan playing in my neck of the woods. I go to alma mater, University of South Carolina, and Dylan going to USC Aiken over there in South Carolina, but excited to see some South Carolinians and some East Coast represented here in this All-Star game.
Absolutely. It is Dylan Wilhelm out there, as Zach mentioned, out of USD Aiken, originally from Athens, Georgia, listed at 6'2", 205 pounds. The right-hander is 1-0 on the season for the Knockers. A 2.88 ERA in 19 games, 10 saves under his belt. And he comes in, so in the top of the 5th inning, a little bit of a different atmosphere for him. 25 innings of work, 43 strikeouts, 16 walks, and 19 hits for him. His last appearance was on the 18th against Spearfish. Took a no decision. He faced 3 men in an inning of work, so a clean inning, and he is looking for another one here as well. The first pitcher from the Knockers that we have seen this evening. As Trevor Matson will dig in here. He is 1 for 1. He singled to left in his first plate appearance. And he comes to the plate with 1 out. Base is empty in the top of the 5th as Wilhelm fires this one up there, and it's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Count will move to 0-1. We do want to give a shout out to our on-field interviewer, Haley, this evening. She's from Casper, Wyoming. So if anybody is big fans of Haley, as this one is, it's a ball. It misses well outside, 1-1. But thank you very much to Haley. She actually was not supposed to be an intern with us this year, and then we needed some help at the last minute, and she, a local gal from Casper, she was more than willing to step up, so we really do appreciate that. And rumor is her boyfriend might play for the Horseheads next season, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. He plays at Colorado Christian, as this one misses outside, 2-1.
Well, that's some top-tier recruiting if you got the
I'm telling ya.
Players, yeah.
That's the inside scoop.
See how Matson reacts here. He was bounced in the second round of that home run derby last night, but I think he's trying to make up for it here tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go deep.
All right, there's a prediction for you.
Yeah.
This one misses in the opposite batter's box, and the count is now 3-1. I think Haley said she was going to try and get us one more interview in the 8th, so stick around for that. As this one is shot foul down the line, and the count will move full now here. 1 down, top of the 5th inning. Trevor Matson representing the Hastings Sodbusters as a senior at Gardner-Webb, listed at 5'11", 230, but I said that last night and I got made fun of in the comments, so that must not be accurate. Somebody was like, did she say 230? I'm like, that's what he's listed as. I don't judge. This one misses up by his head. And he will take the walk on down to first. So Clark has a base runner here in the top of the 5th inning. And it will send up Adonis Forte II, who is 0 for 1 with a flyout so far in the ball game. Scoreless ball game here. 2 hits for Clark, 3 for Lewis. Both teams have left 2 men aboard. And Clark, they do have a runner here in Trevor Matson, who was aboard after the walk moments ago. 1 down, top of the 5th. As here comes the pitch to Forte, and it's right down the heart of the plate for a strike. Count will move to 0-1 on him.
Yeah, for Wilhelm on the mound, I think he's been a big part of Mining City's turnaround here in the second half. Currently sit 2 games back of Soares Valley in that Lewis division, and I think they're a real contender for that second playoff spot for the Lewis division come the end of the regular season. August 6th, I believe, is the last day. So
6th or the 7th? Yeah, that sounds about right. This one misses on the outside corner. 1-1. Runner takes off. Check swing. Throw goes down to second. It's off into, it was going to be off into center field. But a nice stop there by Arado. However, Matson does have the stolen base. So the first stolen base of the ball game for the Clark division belongs to Trevor Matson, who is now in scoring position. The pitch did miss, so the count is 2-1.
Trevor Matson 8 for 9 on stolen bags this year, but I'm sure that Clark Division dugout has some sort of bet running on who can take the most bags tonight, because I don't think we'd see Trevor Matson moving like that elsewhere.
You know what? Scoreless ball game. You got to start manufacturing runs. Let me tell you, this one misses inside for a ball. 3-1. I don't know if our chat gets ever hotter than when somebody puts down a bunt or somebody starts talking about bunting. The anti-bunters and the pro-bunters, they come out in droves, and they're just fighting in the chat. It's so funny to watch. As this one misses down low and inside, and it is another walk issued here by Wilhelm. So he is having some trouble finding the strike zone. 11 pitches, 8 balls, and 3 strikes for him, as he is facing the bottom of the lineup here, and it will send up 3. Theo Hardy, the number 9 man, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the ball game.
It looks like we might have our first substitution offensively in the on-deck circle. But
I was pondering, third time through the lineup, if we were going to see some new faces. Also, updated, it is not Joe Schmidt behind the plate. I jumped the gun. It is Colin Hannigan, as this one is sent out to Arado on a couple of hops over to second for 1. The return throw is in time. They turn the double play. They retire the side here on the 4-6-3 double play. Arado to Cooper to Brewer. They turn it here as the threat is ended for Clark. We head to the home half of the 5th. You guessed it, still scoreless. Welcome back to Mike Lansing Field. We are still scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The new pitcher for the Clark division is Dawson Linder, from the Fremont Moo, as he will deal the first offering home to Alan Greer. This one misses inside for a ball, and the count will move to 1-0 on Greer. It is the 6, 7, and 8 men due up for the Lewis division here in the inning. Bottom of the 5th, as scoreless ball game. This one, we were talking about it during the break. It's just flying by as this one misses down low for a ball. 2-0.
Don't want to jinx anything.
I know. As soon as I say
air.
that,
It's gonna. Maybe it'll come with a little bit of excitement, though.
Yeah, I mean, the most exciting things have been the 3 double plays that have been turned in this ball game.
Yeah, I think we're up to 3.
2-1 now, the count on Greer. Linder, the right-hander out of Lincoln, Nebraska, 6'4", 225-pounder at Louisiana Monroe. As here comes the 2-1 offering home to Greer, and it'll catch the top of the zone for a strike. He'll even up at 2-2. He's 3-1 on the season, 3.25 ERA in 8 games, 6 of which were starts, 36 innings of work, 43 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 28 hits for him so far. As this one bounced up there and a nice stop behind the plate by Adams. As the count is run full to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody out, nobody aboard. Just about 8:30 here local time in Casper. Been going for a little over an hour. As here comes payoff pitch home. Misses down low to Greer, and he is aboard with a leadoff walk here. As Lewis trying to get something started in this scoreless ball game. We have only...
Sorry, Hank.
No, you're good, you're good.
Keep your eye on Greer at first base,
Yeah.
as Soares Valley loves to run. Their stolen base numbers are far and beyond basically anybody else in the league. Sioux Falls likes to run a lot. Soares Valley likes to run a lot. And then Western Nebraska Pioneers in 3rd place by like 70 stolen bases. But Greer over there has got 29 on the season, and I would not be surprised to see him running here.
Joe Osborne to dig in here with nobody out in the top of the 5th. That one fired up there in the opposite batter's box. In the count will move to 1-1 on Osborne, representing the Badlands Big Sticks here. I don't know if you have ever said it, but I am prone to saying the Big Lands Bad Sticks on the air, mostly because our interns say it, and then it gets into my head as this one misses inside, and the count is now 2-0 on Osborne. But, yeah, that's fun. And then the fans are like, what did she just say? I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. Blame our interns. Blame Connor, our score guy. He's the worst about it.
We had our PA guy take a bet during a game and fit in Nami talkers. So that was a cool
my
one.
gosh. Runner takes off here. It's a pitch in the dirt, and he is down there safely. Nami talkers?
Yeah, instead of Tommy knockers.
Oh,
and,
my gosh.
It got a laugh out of everybody, except for the Tommy knocker.
Of course,
I'm
of
sure
course.
They were upset a little bit, but all in fun.
A 3-0 count here to Osborne. Oh, man, we love to have fun here. We got the dolphin noise. We got the Dora sound, because our team had complained that we were being too friendly to the visiting team with the music. As this one is going to get away from the catcher. Runner Greer is down to 3rd, so something cooking here for the Lewis division is Osborne. 4 pitches, and he will take the walk. And down to 3rd on the wild pitch is Greer. And it will send up Cullen Hannigan, who is into this game. Thought it was Joe Schmidt. Is not. I jumped the gun. All the Casper fans are waiting to see Papa Joe Schmidt come into this game. But for now, Cullen Hannigan with a chance to pick up an RBI in the first run of this ball game. As runner at first takes off, no throw down. So the pitch was inside for a ball, and Osborne will have the stolen base. And that's big. It takes the double play out of order, because they have turned 3 of them here so far this evening already. And that puts 2 runners in scoring position as well, as here comes a pitch. This one misses down low. Count is 2-0 now. Linder having some problems finding the strike zone. 12 pitches, 10 balls, and 2 strikes.
But I was going to say, sorry, Hannah, we have good arms in the outfield. We saw Ben Parker in Spearfish has a cannon out there. Eric Smulko, pretty good arm, and Adonis Forte with one as well. So we'll see what happens here.
The 2-0 pitch. Check swing, misses away. And it is now 3-0, the count, home to Cullen Hannigan. We'll see if he's got the green light here with runners aboard at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. The pitch right down the heart of the plate, and the count will move to 3-1 on him.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Cullen at the pool today. That was fun in the hotel.
There you go. All-Star Adventures here in Casper. As here comes a 3-1 pitch. This one is swung on. He fouled off at the plate. So Linder has battled back here to run the count full. Eric Arado is the man on deck. He could come up here, get the inning to him with a couple of runners on for this hometown crowd. As Linder comes set, now deals home. This one is swung on and hit out to left. This ball is going to get down. Greer scores. They will hold up Osborne at 3rd, as it is an RBI single for Cullen Hannigan, and we are finally not tied at 0. 1 run here for Lewis. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
A nice single, but another smart decision by Alex Miklos over there at third base to hold the runner, as once again he saw Ben Parker's arm, and that one was a strike to the plate. Probably would have had him beat. But nice piece of hitting by Cullen Hannigan, driving in the first run of the game. And happy to see that 0-0 deadlock broken.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's one of the worst things you can do when you have, you got your base runners on, you got some guys moving, scoring some runs, and you get a guy thrown out and you stop the momentum there. So a nice stop, I do agree, at third, especially with Eric Arado coming to the plate as here comes the first offering. He swings and fouls it back to the screen as the count moves to 0-1 on him. Osborne at third, Hannigan aboard at first, as it looks like we will have some changes as well in the lineup here after Arado bats.
Alex Thurston in the on-deck circle. But Arado a chance to drive in a run here as the Horseheads batter.
This one misses inside for a ball, so the count will move to 1-1 on him. Nobody out still here in the bottom of the fifth inning. You wonder how much longer Dawson Linder is for this one. 18 pitches, 12 balls, and 6 strikes. He is on the hook now with 1 run in, and the Lewis division still threatening, as here comes the pitch. It's bounced on the infield to the second baseman. McHenry is going to go to second. They get the out there. It will not be in time, so the fielder's choice has Arado down to first, and Lewis leading 2-0 here.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by McHenry to plant his feet, shift his body, and throw that ball over to second to get that lead runner at second. But it does a job, brings in that run. Not all RBIs have to be solid contact and proven there, as that does a job. And Arado picks up an RBI to put his team in front 2-0.
It will send up Alex Thurston batting for the Badlands Big Sticks. He's got that red helmet on, as all the Badlands players here this evening do, as he's batting with a runner aboard and 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 runs already in for the Lewis division, as he will look at a strike right down the heart of the plate, and the count will move to 0-1 now on Thurston. As we will see who has come out on deck. Don't believe that's Christian Lopez, so his night is over. As here comes the pitch home from Linder. Arado takes off. There will be no throw down, so Arado with another stolen base. They are running wild here in the middle innings of this one.
Yeah, and again, both coaching staffs of teams that really like to run, 2 of the top 3 teams in the league in stolen bases, and we've been seeing that so far, testing the arms here early on.
1-1 the count, home to Alex Thurston, who is batting now with a runner in scoring position after Arado steals the base. He swings and fouls that one off, held onto by the catcher. So the count will move to 1-2. As he steps back into the box here. The cloud's still playing overhead, but luckily no rain. Not another jinx, please. Here comes the pitch. This one misses upstairs, and it'll be 2-2 now, the count to Thurston.
Yeah, but those clouds do take the heat away. We've had some hot days here in Casper, so I'm glad that cloud cover has cooled us down at least a little bit.
Especially up in the, I get in trouble for complaining about the heat too much. So I simply have nothing to say on this topic. Here comes 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Thurston is down swinging for a big second out of this one. And it will send up, that might be Ryan Callahan. It sure is. Look at that. I've seen him walk to the plate enough times. I'm like, I kind of know what our guys look like. That's Ryan Callahan. He will take over for Christian Lopez, probably defensively in the field as well. He was a replacement early for Carter Dubrinsky for the Knockers, who was a all-star but couldn't make it down. As Callahan will dig in here, and he looks at a strike on the inside corner. Callahan, a fan favorite here at the ballpark. He and Jake Baker both playing for the University of Kansas team. As here comes the 0-1 pitch to him, swung on and hit to the right side off the glove of the second baseman. Here comes the runner, Arado, so a Horsehead scores a Horsehead. Arado comes home to score on the Ryan Callahan RBI single. And it is a 3-0 ball game. As soon as I said RBI single, I was like, please don't score that in error and make me take it back. But it is a base hit for Ryan Callahan. And he is now aboard at first. And this is a 3-0 ball game. So Lewis doing damage here. And Horseheads doing damage here. You love to see it.
Yeah, Johnny McHenry's made enough nice plays tonight where he's due for a bad one.
Yep.
And not even that was a bad one. That one was scorched off the bat of Ryan Callahan again, the KU kid. And tough play over there. Had to fall and try and adjust himself to get his glove in the position, but tipped off that glove, and it brought home that run.
So Carson Lundmark will check in here now. I do believe, yep, red helmet. I do believe that's still him out there. It is. This one is off the fist on the infield, popped up. We will see who makes a catch. It is the catcher, Adams, from behind the plate, who comes out and makes the catch. But not before Lewis. They untie this one. 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, thanks to a couple of RBIs by your very own Casper Horseheads. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Lewis leading 3-0. Welcome back to the ball game. Some defensive changes as well as a new batter here. It is Seth Suritz as he sends this one out to the new shortstop Thurston, and he will fire over to first to retire Suritz, who is into this game in replacement of Eric Smelko. So he is out on 1 pitch. We do have a new pitcher as well. It is Zach Camp from the Knockers. So a Knocker replaces a Knocker, as it will send up Ben Parker here. We've got Ryan Callahan at third, Thurston at short, and then it looks like Zach Tollerman is out there at first as well. As here comes the pitch home to Parker. This one misses well outside for a ball count. Will move to 1-0.
Yeah, it's about time in that game where everybody moves into positions. And it's
my book is a mess right now. Exactly. I'm like, okay, let me see who's out there. It is a 1-0 count home to Smelko, though. I still got Smelko up. To Ben Parker, as here comes the next offering, and this one misses down low for a ball count. Will move to 2-0 now.
Yeah, Parker again at the plate, 0 for 2 tonight, looking to turn it around. And you got Zach Camp on the mound out of Smyrna, Georgia. He's been really, really good this year. 8 starts and 48 innings of work already this year. A lot of pitchers out there in this league, it'll seem like it'll be taxing, like they don't want to go as many innings to keep their college coach on track and make sure that everything's set up for the fall season. But Zach Camp's going hard. He's got 48 innings of work, and he's done really well this year for the Tommy Knockers.
And it looks like we have got Haley down, and she is ready to give us another interview. Go for it, Haley.
I'm here with Alan Greer from the Sabre Dogs. Alan, you just scored the first run of the game. How did that feel?
It felt really good just to break the game open, just stick to my approach and let that happen, let that work, and really just break the game open for us.
That's awesome. And so it was a long game. We were 0-0 for a really long time. Did you feel like you were getting tired or worn out?
Actually, it's the complete opposite. My energy level started spiking as the game started going on because I knew at some point in time somebody was going to have to break the game open. I didn't know who it was going to be.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much, Alan. Good luck at the rest of your game. Back to you, Hannah.
Thank you, Haley, and thank you, Alan, for that. As we will have a pitching change here. Zach Kemp gets 2 outs, and that's all for him. As E.J. Taylor will have to wait to face off against the next man. We will see who is coming in to replace him. We will send it to the break, but don't go anywhere. Pitching change here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Lewis leading. Welcome back to the ball game. Top of the 6th inning. 3-0 Lewis leading here. Leading Clark. It is 3-0 that they have the lead. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry on the call for you. Brendan Tom is out for the Canyon County Spuds. He is out from Mesa, Arizona. The right-hander, 6'6", 235-pounder at Mesa Community College. Facing off against E.J. Taylor. An off-speed pitch there. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 now. The count to Taylor, who is batting with 2 down here in this top of the 6th inning. As here comes the next pitch home to him. This one is chopped on a couple of big bounces to Callahan. He steadies and fires across the diamond to retire Taylor. So Ryan Callahan just into this ball game out of Casper, getting some action here as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nothing doing for Lewis in the inning, for Clark in the inning, excuse me. Lewis coming up, 3-0, they lead.
Back again, bottom of the 6th inning as Jake Gilly leads it off. Caden Edwards on the mound tonight, another pioneer that I drove up here. He's a big hunter. He's a big fisher. He also struck out in the softball game.
Oh, man. You know what? As someone who also did that, it happens.
Yeah, at least yours was not you didn't have a picture taken of said strikeout and sent into a team group chat, because I'm sure that makes him feel bad. But it was fun on the way over here because he pointed out every animal on the way.
Wow. All right, there you go.
A couple of bucks, a couple of antelope. So
first offering home is a strike to Jelly, and he swings and doesn't get the next one on that outside corner. So it is 0-2 the count to Jake, who is 0-4-2 in the ball game with a fly out and a ground out so far in this one. Lewis leading 3-0 here, bottom of the 6th inning, as here comes the next offering from Edwards, and he rung him up on that outside corner. A pretty pitch from Edwards gets Jelly looking, and he is 0-3 on the evening.
Yeah, Caden's really good. He can get that strikeout pitch, and he locates really well. You can see it there on that outside black. That fastball has been really good all season for Caden Edwards out of North Dakota State University, and he is really good. I'm excited to see him for the rest of the season and then play Division I with North Dakota State as his career furthers on.
Very exciting. As Zach Tollerman will step in for his first plate appearance, and this pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Tollerman into the ballgame as a defensive replacement last inning as he grounds this one up the middle. Ranging over is Thurston, and he bobbles it there. That's Theo Hardy. We got the wrong division up. Hardy bobbles that one. We'll see. It does go as an error, so all the error hawks in the chat will be very happy to hear that goes as an error. As Tollerman is aboard, I believe he's listed as 6'5", and you can tell when he steps to the plate.
Yeah. Well, Tollerman, big props to him. He's got a good name, good last name for being 6'5". Tollerman.
He does. He's on it.
He also complimented my mustache, so I'm a big fan
Oh,
of
wow.
Zach
All
Tollerman.
right.
He said that he wants to grow his out, but he's afraid he'll look like a cop. And follow your dreams, man.
Exactly. Give it a try, and if it looks coppish, you can get rid of it. As the new batter is Houston Fogelstrom from the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. First pitch misses, and so does the second one. So it is now 2-0. The count to Houston Fogelstrom, batting in the bottom of the 6th inning with one down and a runner aboard at first. As Edwards comes set here, looking to pitch around the error, as here comes the next offering home. It's a fastball upstairs, and Fogelstrom swings right through it, 2-1 the count. We do want to welcome in all the viewers from around the league. We are excited to have you, save for some trolls who keep popping up in the comments.
Always those.
Always ready to go. So tough with the fake names, as this one misses inside. 3-1 the count. Though we did have a troll last night who learned the hard way that you shouldn't use your real name because you might get outed on Twitter by Miss Martin. 3-1 the count, home to Houston Fogelstrom, who was batting with a runner aboard at first base and one down here in the bottom of the 6th as time is called at the plates. Edwards taking a little bit of time out there. Looks like he'll go over the signs for a moment. Now stepping back into the box is Fogelstrom. Wind is blowing a bit out to right as here comes a 3-1 pitch. This one is swung on. He just got a piece of it. And it's fouled back, a full count.
And that's another thing that we've seen all year from Pio's pitching is even if they fall behind 3-0 and 3-1 in counts, they do a great job of battling back and getting into those full count situations to put the pressure back on the batter. And that's what we've seen here from Caden Edwards.
It is a payoff pitch on the way to Fogelstrom. Here it comes. This one is swung on and fouled off into the right field grandstands. So the count will hold. We do want to give a shout out to all of the Casper interns, all of the Pio's interns who are here, been working the past couple of days to really make something special out of this all-star spectacular. I want to thank our ownership team, the GMs, Chris, our 14-year-old cameraman who was working so hard. He got us some waters. Mine was warm, but we won't talk about it. A full count offering on the way to Fogelstrom. Here it comes. Fouled back once again. And the count will hold at 3 balls and 2 strikes, but it does take quite a lot of people to make this show happen. We want to thank, of course, the guys who are coming in on these off days and playing here in the All-Star game, all the coaching staff, everybody involved. It's been a hell of a couple of days. So thank you to everybody. And thank you to all the listeners as a runner takes off. But he's going to have to go back because this one is skied on the infield. Moving over is McHenry. They're all converging on it. Looks like it'll be Tollerman it'll be Taylor to make the play as Tollerman goes back to first. They try to double him off, but nothing doing there. But retired on the pop-up is Houston Fogelstrom.
Yeah, some more defensive substitutions. Jared Mazzaferro coming in at second base, and it looks like a defensive substitution. No, E.J. Taylor remains at first base. But Taylor coming a long way out to make that play, and then smart play from Caden Edwards to cover that first base bag, try and secure that double play. It was close, but Tollerman's back safely.
Jordan Williams is announced now as the pitch hitter. We saw him last night in the home run derby. He was in the finals. As here comes the pitch. It's off the outside corner. And it is a strike, so the count is 0-1 on Williams. Talking to him a little bit about the derby last night. He said he had a really good time in it, so that's what we like to hear. As he swings and sends this one foul. So the count will move to 0-2 on him.
Yeah, that was a really fun finals. And you could tell both of those guys were tired and just looking to get the one they needed out of the park. The wind was blowing in a little bit. It's blowing in now. But Williams is certainly one heck of a player for Soares Valley.
0-2 pitch misses well up and away, and it is now 1-2 the count to him. Batting with Tollerman aboard at first, 2 down, bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0 Lewis leading. A 1-2 count to him as the wind is certainly picking up here. As here comes the 1-2 pitch from Edwards. It's swung on and back up the middle. The pitcher Edwards grabs it and he throws over to first. Kind of a weird looking play
Not
there.
Something you see every day.
But you know what? That'll work. 1-3 is Williams retired as they will leave another man. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Lewis leading 3-0. Welcome back to the ball game. Colin Adams at the plate. He fouls this one back into the right side, and the count will move to 0-1 to him. Brendan Tom, is still out. Tom is still out there for the Lewis division. It is a 3-0 ball game. They lead. Here comes the next offering. This one will miss outside, and the count will move to 1-1.
Yeah, I got to talk to Colin during that home run derby for the Trappers. And during that last round, as this one swung on and missed, it seemed like the air got really thick and some of those balls weren't going as far. And somebody pointed it out saying, yeah, that air is thick. It's not traveling. And Colin was like, yep, it got thick as soon as I went up to the plate in the first round. But yeah, funny guy, and he's been really doing well this year for the Trappers as they try and turn it around.
As this one will miss off that outside corner, 2-2. They had that long 10-game losing streak earlier in the first half of the season. It was nice to see him snap that.
Also got a no-hitter.
That's right. They had a no-hitter the other night. So congratulations to them, both ends of the spectrum, as the 2-2 pitch is lined out to center. Going back on it is Lundmark. It's off the base of the wall. Adams will take a turn. He stops now. He heads back into second, and he will have himself the first extra base hit of the ball game as Adams is aboard with the leadoff double. That one hit right on the screws out to center.
See, that looked a lot like his home run derby performance the other night.
Yep.
He was squaring him up, but just not getting that extra foot he needed. And he had the wind helping him out there. As you can see, the flag at that foul pole in center is going straight away. But he stands on second place, and a good start here as Mazzaferro comes to the plate.
Jared Mazzaferro will come to the plate here into the game as a defensive replacement. So he checks in with a runner aboard at second. Nobody out, top of the seventh inning, as an off-speed pitch misses in the opposite batter's box, and the count will move.
Jared primarily a shortstop this season, and he has one of the best gloves in the Expedition League. Won the conference gold glove at Ohlone Junior College this year, and you can see why. He's really good in the field, and he's been getting it done at the plate, too, a 370 average this year for the Pioneers. And good guy at the plate, rocking the stirrups tonight, and we'll see if he can drive in a run here in this top of the seventh.
He takes a low strike, and the count will move to 1-1. 3-0, the Lewis division leading the Clark division. Top of the seventh inning. Nobody out for Jared Mazzaferro, batting with a runner out at second. That was Adams, who doubled just moments ago, as this one misses too tall. And the count will move to 2-1. Both teams have been using their bullpens this evening. We have not seen a pitcher go more than an inning, as Zach's scorebook is certainly taking the brunt of that.
I'm going to have to start getting creative here in a bit.
This one is sent out to the second baseman, Lucero, just into the ball game, as he will throw over to Tollerman to retire Mazzaferro, but down to third on it does go Adams.
Well, there you go. Coaches always tell you, get him on, get him over, and get him in. And Colin Adams with that double, getting himself in scoring position. Mazzaferro doing exactly what he needed to do, taking it to the right side, allowing that runner to advance, and now it'll be up to, looks like another pinch hitter here will come into the game, Cole Dawson, to try and drive in that run, but maybe a new pitcher as well.
We will send it to the break, as we will indeed have another pitching change. I think this game would have been over in like an hour and a half if we didn't have a pitch. All these like in-inning pitching changes. But we will keep rocking and rolling here. A pitching change, top of the seventh, 1 out, Lewis leading 3-0. All right. Top of the 7th inning here, 3-0. Lewis leading the Clark division. We have a new pitcher and a new batter to report. Max Holtzclaw is on the mound from the Canyon County Spuds. The right-hander, 6'3", 225-pounder at Northwest Nazarene, originally out of Redding, California. And Cole Dawson will come to the plate, batting here in the 6th hole.
And also a pinch runner in for Colin Adams as well. It looks like Brody Sintek will enter into the game at third base.
Because why not? We've had just about everything else today. Let's get a pitch runner in the book just to add some more red. As this one will miss inside, and the count will move to 1-0. So Brody Sintek on a pinch run for Colin Adams. You know what? You love to see it in the All-Star game. Everybody gets to play. Everybody gets to see their son, their grandson, their favorite player, whoever they're here to see. As here comes the 1-0 from Holtzclaw, swung on and missed by Dawson. And the count will move to 1-1. One down. Top of the 7th inning here as Brody Sintek is the man aboard at third.
Yeah, and some more green and yellow socks for the Sodbusters.
Another Sodbusters. I appreciate that. I don't have to look who he belongs to.
There
He's got the socks on to tell me.
Well, they're 1 for 1 today in those socks, so we'll see if they can add to it.
This one misses inside. It's a nice stop by the backstop Hannigan to stop that runner from coming across. And it will be a 2-1 offering. The Spuds sending 3 of their pitchers to the All-Star game this year, along with 1 position player. Haley, who was interviewing everybody earlier, she was in charge of the Spuds, so she had to. She was driving all over. She was picking them up from the airport, driving them to the hotel. So she was like, "Oh, they're so nice. I love the Spuds." So there you go. Here comes the 2-1 offering home, bounced up there, and it's another nice stop by the backstop Hannigan. We will see. I believe Haley has another interview for us in the 8th inning, so we will see where she is roving around. A busy woman. She's been running Twitter for us, been running, helping out with Instagram. She's doing the on-field games, little music action, little interview action. She can do it all.
There you go. Full range.
You love to see it. 3-1, the count home to Cole Dotson, batting with a runner aboard at third. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on and chopped to the third baseman, Callahan. He will go over to first, so the runner will score. As Brody Sintek comes in to score the first run of the ball game for the Clark division, it is now a 3-1 game. As the RBI ground out gets it done here for Clark, and they are on the board. As it will send up another pinch hitter here, so the night is over for Trevor Matson. We've got number 27, Cade McGee, another Pioneer here.
Yeah, and the Clark division scoring like the Pioneers have this year. When you look at the stats for team-wise, offensively, the Pioneers don't stand out in really any category, but they find a way to scratch across runs, and that's what happened there. You got a leadoff double, then a pair of productive outs bring home that run, and we'll see what Cade McGee can do at the plate, as he has been stellar at the plate and on the mound this year, the future Gonzaga commit.
1-0 the count to him. Here comes the next offering from Holtzclaw, and this one misses down low once again, and the count will move to 2-0. We did have an update on the pitcher, Caden Edwards, for you. His mom was in the chat, and she let us know that Caden has a twin brother who is also a left-handed pitcher who's pitching in Duluth, Minnesota. So we wanted to update you on that, a fun fact.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves hunting and fishing just as much.
Yep. This one catches the outside corner, and the count will move to 2-1. We were talking. I was like, those are the comments I love because, you're cheering on your son. You give the broadcasters a little info. As this one misses on the inside part of the plate, and the count will move to 3-1.
Yeah, Cade, actually his biggest home run of the year against the Casper.
Okay, all right. I was just going to say, it helps your record when you're beating up on us for so many games of the season. Yeah, that was the one road trip I've been on all year. I got to call the walk-off for the Pios against us, as that one misses down low, and McGee will be aboard with the walk, and it comes with 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
And you get to see another Pioneer at the plate and home run derby champ.
JT Walden is going to come to the plate. We got to meet his parents last night. Wonderful folks. Got to take a photo with him and everything. And they were so excited, and what a great moment. They were here to cheer on their son, who won the home run derby in very exciting fashion.
So much fun to be down there with JT and celebrate with him, as the whole Clark division rallied behind him there, and it was really fun to watch. And once that ball left the bat and everybody's cheering, then you got a moment of silence to see if it was going to clear the wall, and then an explosion of celebration, water everywhere. But happy for JT. Hopefully we'll get a trophy for him for the home run derby champ, but we'll see if that ever gets delivered. TBD in that one.
The First pitch home to him, misses outside. 1-0 the count, but this one will find the strike zone, and the count moves to 1-1. Walden batting with 2 down. Runner aboard at first. That's his teammate, Cade McGee, who took the walk just moments ago. Top of the 7th inning. 3-1 Lewis leading, but Clark, they've scratched across a run here in the top of the 7th. As here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed. And now Walden will have to battle. He is down in the count, 1-2.
Well, if you missed it on the broadcast last night, Cade McGee on first base right now. JT was using his bat, so
wow. Special.
Yeah, I know Cade was really pulling for him and was his water boy out there last night as well, so that was fun to watch.
1-2, the count home to JT Walden, the home run derby champion last night, as this one misses in the opposite batter's box, and the count will move now 2-2. Holtzclaw's at 14 pitches, 5 strikes, and 9 balls. As Lewis Division leading 3-1 here, top of the 7th inning. Ooh, a little lightning out there in right. Well, that's fun.
Maybe a little lightning at the plate. Let's see it, JT.
Deuces are wild up on the scoreboard. This one is sent off the end of the bat. It's a foul ball. And the count is 2-2 as they announce the weather update. So we will, I think we're going to continue play here now, but we will certainly update you if there's any weather issues. They were predicting thunderstorms earlier. It rained for a bit when we were serving food, actually, so we had to move the Jersey Mike subs under the tent. Lest they get wet for the players, only the best for our All-Stars, as this one is sent to the first baseman, Tollerman. He bobbles. Now he underhands to Holtzclaw, covering. They collide. And the call is safe. He's safe out there at first. So the Spuds teammates, they collide out there at first. And we'll see how they score that one.
I'm sure it'll likely be the error.
It will be the error there. And so now the tying runs are aboard for the Clark division here in the top of the 7th inning.
And you got 3 straight Pioneers. Let's see what Tyler Davis can do. Tyler, one of the folks I drove down here, and one of the players I'm closer with out of Fresno, California. Great kid. Was helping us with some alley-oops from his balcony at the hotel while we were playing pool basketball. So shout out to him.
This one catch the bottom of the zone for a strike. 0-1 now the count to him. Battling here, Mats Holtzclaw trying to pitch around. The walk in the error, top of the 7th inning, 2 down, as this one will catch that outside corner, and the count will move to 0-2 now on Tyler Davis from the Western Nebraska Pioneers. As Zach mentioned, the 3rd straight Pioneer to come to the plate here, pinch hitting. In a big spot. Runners aboard at first and second, 2 down. Holtzclaw comes set now, delivers this one. It gets away from the catcher, doesn't know where it is. He will have to go back, and the runners will both move up 90 feet. So now the game-tying run is out at second base. A base hit might tie this one up.
We've seen some clutch moments from Tyler Davis this year in Western Nebraska. He's tied for the team lead 3 home runs this season, and one of them I saw the biggest bat flip I think I've ever seen. So
was that on Twitter? I think I saw that on Twitter. Some fun moments. I love a good bat flip. So here comes 1-2 pitch. This one, misses just inside. Holtzclaw wanted that one. And the count is now 2-2, so deuces are wild. 2 down, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners aboard. Holtzclaw looking in from the sign from Hannigan. He's got it. Now comes set. As here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him swinging to end the threat here by the Clark division. It is stretch time in Casper. Lewis leading 3-1 as we head to the home half of the 7th. Welcome back to the ball game. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry alongside you. We do apologize. It was not Colin Hannigan catching in that last frame. It is Joe Schmidt who is at the plate now. He will swing and out, get a pitch, and now he sends this one to the first baseman, Taylor, who waves off the pitcher, and he will tag the bag to retire Schmidt. So he is down in his first plate appearance. We do have some defensive changes to report to you. We will do that here in just a moment. Lots of changes happening in the ball game. My book is a mess here. But Joe Schmidt will be the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lewis leading 3-1 as Seth Lucero will get his first plate appearance of the evening from the Mining City Tommyknockers. He is first pitch swinging. He sends this one out to the second baseman, Mazzaferro, who throws over to Taylor to retire Lucero. So a couple of quick outs for our new pitcher, who is Nick McCollum, just into the ball game. Representing the Pier Trappers. He has thrown 3 pitches and gotten 2 outs, so pretty good for him. As it will send up Alex Thurston, the shortstop. We've got Kate McGee at third, Walden in right, Mazzaferro at second, Tyler Davis behind the plates. And then who do we decide was at short? Cole Dawson. Dawson is at short. As that one will catch the bottom of the zone for a strike, and the count will move to 0-1 on Thurston. He is 0-4-1 in the ball game. He is struck out swinging. As here comes the 0-1 offering home. This one is fouled back to the screen, and quickly Thurston is down in the hole, 0-2.
Quick inning here for Nick McCollum, looking for this final out after the pair of groundouts came early in the count. So we'll see if he can wrap things up here in this bottom of the 7th.
Lewis leading 3-1 as here comes the 0-2 offering home. It's strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone. So Lewis goes down quickly. The 8, 9, and 1 men are retired in order. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Lewis leading 3-1. It is officially the first all-Casper battery of the night as the Cowboy Jake Wright is on to pitch here. And he is throwing to Joe Schmidt behind the plate, who takes over here in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes the first offering home from Wright. It misses inside for a ball. And the count will move to 1-0 on Seth Surratt. Jake Wright out of Ringgold, Georgia. Right-hander, 5'10". 170-pound sophomore at Carson Newman. His family is in town here to see him pitch, so an exciting moment for them as this one misses upstairs, and the count will move now to 2-0 on Wright.
I love his mechanics on the mound. He whips his head out there. I think the one time that we played him, he might have lost his hat a couple of times.
Oh yeah, big hat loser, but you know what? He's ready to go, and he's an all-star here, so something's working well for him. As the pitch will catch the inside corner for a strike, and the count now will move to 2-1. It is the top of the lineup due up here for the Clark division, as it looks like we will have a pinch hitter for Ben Parker. We'll try to find out who that is for you, as this one is swung on and missed by Surratt. His first plate appearance of the evening. It is...
That's Trevor Mattson in the on-deck circle, so we'll see.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. We already saw Trevor Mattson. It can't be him. As here comes the 2-2 pitch home from Jake Wright. That would be a first for me. The pitch swung on, sent out to left, but this one is going to go foul. So the count will move to 2-2. One of the last times we saw Jake Wright was on the 4th of July. Didn't have a great outing, but that was a crazy game. High scoring, 5 hours. We had fireworks, so not your everyday start that one was for Jake Wright, but he gets the appearance here in front of the Casper crowd in the top of the 8th. He's got a 3-1 lead to work with, looking to set down leadoff man Seth Surratt, as here comes a pitch. This one is swung on and popped up. Out goes Thurston. He's at the lip of the grass, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
So we'll see if the Clark division bats out of order here, because that would be something.
Well, because he was hitting lower in the order, and he'd already been pulled.
Yeah.
What is going on?
That's a new one. I don't think I've ever seen that, but
I have never seen a guy. Is Jake Wright only going to get one batter? No, let him pitch. I let him pitch to Trevor Mattson. I don't know. It is just one batter for Jake Wright. Well, he comes in, he does his job. We're going to find out what is going on with this Trevor Mattson situation. But Jake Wright giving everybody hugs. He got to throw to his battery mate, Joe Schmidt, in front of the hometown crowd. He'll get a nice ovation here as we are still in the top of the 8th. 1 out. We'll be back with the pitching change. Welcome back to action here. It is Josh Tucker, the new pitcher for the Lewis division, top of the 8th inning, 1 down here. As Lewis leads this one 3-1. Tucker, the left-hander from Spokane, Washington, 6'3", 215-pound sophomore at Spokane Community College. He is a pitcher for the Big Sticks, as he will face off again against Trevor Mattson, who started this game and then was pulled and now is hitting out of the 2 spot. But this is a good time for me. His mom commented, and the joke about the 230 was that he has dropped 20 pounds since playing for Hastings. So congratulations to you, sir. So they got to change that on the website. They got to say 210. They got to accurately represent him. As he will dig in here now. Again, he's 1 for 1 in the ball game with a single and a walk, but he was hitting out of a different spot as we have more lightning flashing here. So I'm not sure if the stats still count. This is a completely illegal move in real baseball, but this is not real baseball. We have also been notified that they will play the bottom of the ninth, regardless of what the score is. So,
Chance to put up some more runs. We'll have to see the
I'm
Clark
telling
division
you,
put up a little comeback here.
there are simply no rules. We will have the next inning. Actually, the battery is going to come up here, and we're going to go down and pitch and catch. I heard that was the next update.
We'll go out for the 10th.
I'll strike out again. You can pitch. As Mattson digs in, the battery trying to get on the same page. It is Tucker and Schmitz. As here comes the first offering home to him, and it'll catch the bottom of the zone for a strike count. Will move to 0-1.
Well, wait till you find out that Johnny McHenry's in the on-deck. So.
No, please, not this again. My book can't take it, please. Oh, man. All right. This is a mess. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one is swung on and fouled back, so the count will move to 0-2. So then I wonder if Lewis if we're gonna see like CeeLo again.
Yeah.
It's just like, go out there. My girlfriend is here. Please, can I please go hit again? I didn't have a hit.
I wonder if there was a conversation between coaches or if what Antonio's doing just is completely a surprise to Alex Nicholas in the other dugout.
The Sabre Dogs coaches were just like, whatever.
It's his birthday. You gotta let him do it.
Exactly. It's a 1-2 count here. Well, we have the MVP. In case you hadn't heard, the MVP of this game will be decided on Twitter. So you can go to our Twitter account at CAS Horseheads, and we'll have the top 4 players for whoever wins, and then you can vote during our fireworks show, and we'll announce it. As this one is shot to the third baseman and under the dive of Callahan, as Mattson will be aboard with another single here, and it will send up. It'll send up Johnny McHenry again, batting for E.J. Taylor. McHenry started this game. He was the starter at second. Now batting in the 3-hole. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out so far in the ball game.
Lost in all the action in the lineups. The new pitcher into the game, Josh Tucker, has been phenomenal for Badlands this year. He's got 8 starts, but in those 8 starts, 47.2 innings of work, including a complete game. And he goes long into games, and that's why he leads the league in strikeouts, 67 to this point, and only allowing 14 earned runs, a nice 2.64 ERA, and he can pound the zone as well. So excited to see him here in this 8th.
This one will catch the bottom of the zone, and the count will move to 0-1 now on McHenry, who is batting with a runner aboard at first and 1 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Just about 9:30 here local time in Casper. The wind starting to pick up, the lightning flashing, as this one misses in the opposite batter's box, and the count will move to 1-1.
So trying to see who they have left. I think the only pitchers they have left now, or only players they have left on the bench, are McFadden and Salyards.
And Salyard's dad was in the chat saying he can't pitch because he threw too many on Sunday. Colin Adams has come back out on deck. As here comes a pitch. It's an off-speed pitch that misses upstairs, and the count will move to 2-1.
I'll have to go ask Tony about it after the game. But
what happened in that 8th inning?
I don't know. Maybe he overbooked himself with players out there.
The count is 2-1, bestie. Of course. 2-1 is the count to Johnny McHenry. Here comes the pitch. It misses just off the plates. And it is now a 3-1 offering to the 3-hole man this time around in the at-bat. Lewis leading 3-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and 5 men left on for Clark. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 4 men left on for Lewis. As here comes a 3-1. Another off-speed pitch that misses. And so McHenry will be aboard with the walk, and it will send up Colin Adams.
I love it. No rules.
Absolutely none. I wonder, they should just start running the opposite direction. We had joked about that. Some of our interns are not big baseball fans, and we're always like, you would run the opposite direction. That would be fun. I feel like they've done that at like a Portland Pickles game or something. Savannah Bananas have done that before.
There you go.
They've done everything. But Colin Adams, the cleanup man, this time around is 1 for 1. He doubled in his only plate appearance earlier in the ball game. Coming to the plate with runners aboard at first and second in a 3-1 ball game, as he will look at a strike at the top of the zone. And the count moves to 0-1.
Yeah, but that was the team I was talking about earlier, the Bananas. I broadcasted in that league.
Oh, really?
So shout out to Biko Scala, their broadcaster. He's always doing fun stuff. But
wow.
Yeah, it's a fun team to be around. It was a fun team to play. I was with the Lexington Blowfish.
All right.
Fun name.
As here comes the pitch. He serves this one out into center field, and this ball will get down. They will send the runner Matson. Here he comes. It looks like he stumbled around third. We'll see if he's all right. It looks like he's good, but he does score. As heading into first with the RBI single is Colin Adams in the game that simply has no rules. It is now a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, so keeping those guys in has worked, as it's 3 straight runners that have reached. Colin Adams rounding first base, tripped over the bag. I'm sure that's a little embarrassing, but he did pick up the RBI. He pulled him within 1, and now we're going to have another pitching change here. And hopefully, I believe, the last, unless my notes deceive me.
Or unless they just start putting guys out there who have already pitched.
There you go.
So, I mean, this is the last new guy that we will see. And we do have we got somebody new at the plate. It's number 3.
That's going to be Mazzaferro again.
Mazzaferro.
Who hit in this spot last at bat. So we're back to normal.
Finally, we got one of them.
There you go.
We will send it to the break. I don't think they pulled him.
No, they kept him
They
in.
left him out there. It was just a little chit-chat meeting on the mound. Gurley's talking it over what they wanted to do, so we will not send it to the break. We will, in fact, hang right here for Jared Mazzaferro's at bat, coming with one down here in the top of the 8th inning. Johnny McHenry, the man aboard at third, Colin Adams at first, so the tying run now just 90 feet away for the Clark division.
We've seen some Casper magic from your Casper folk, and now we have the Pios part of the order in a big spot in this game as this one gets away.
And this one's going to tie the ball game as the pitch gets away from Schmidt. We have a tie ball game in the weirdest, wildest game I have ever called. But McHenry scores on the pass ball. And going down to second on it is Adams. And so now the go-ahead run for the Clark division is out at second base. And Jared Mazzaferro, the pitch was a ball, and so it is a 1-0 count home to him. One down still here in the top of the 8th. Tucker looking to get out of it here, as that one will catch the outside corner, and the count will move to 1-1. It is, I believe that is Cole Dawson who has come out on deck, so I think we're back to semi-normal here.
Fingers crossed.
I know. It's been a long couple of days. I can't take any more of this, please. Here comes the 1-1 home. This one is swung on and fouled back pretty viciously. And so the count will move to 1-2 now. Mazzaferro is 0 for 1 so far in the ball game with a ground out.
Yeah, and another junior college guy that won't be at the junior college ranks for much longer. I've said it about his glove this year. We've seen it, and he's been fantastic in the field, but also getting it done at the plate, and hopefully he can prove himself right here. Dill is down in the count, so we'll have to protect. We'll see if he adjusts against the dangerous Josh Tucker.
1-2 now, the count home to Mazzaferro. Tucker slowing things down with runners on here. He checks the runner back and now deals home, and this one misses inside. It almost hit him. Had a flinch out of the way of that one, and the count is now 2-2.
He's climbing up the ranks in hit by pitches for the Pioneers. Was a later addition, so he hasn't been here the full season, but he's still close to the top in that category. So finding a way to get hit by a pitch sometime.
You know what? Finding your way to get on base, never a bad thing.
Free bag.
2-2 the count. Here's pitch. Swung on and lifted out to right. Coming in on it is Williams. This ball is going to drop down. They will send the runner Adams. Here comes the throw. They got to play at the plate, and he is out. No chance for Adams there. Didn't even attempt the slide. As the throw came in from Williams. The gun out there in right. A couple of hops into Joe Schmidt, and he had it all lined up. So they do get Adams at the plate. On the... Oh, nope. Mazzaferro stayed at first. We're going to have a pitching change this time. We will have a pitching change this time. So don't go anywhere, which I have said so many times tonight because we have so many pitching changes. Thank you for staying with us. It's been a fun one to call. Let me tell you, it's a tie ball game now once again, 3-3 as we head to the bullpen. Top of the 8th inning, one down.
Welcome back. New arm into the game is Blake McFadden. He has been a menace to the Pioneers' bats as Pioneers had a pair of road trips to Caldwell, Idaho, played 7 games against the Camden County Spuds, and he pitched in 5 of them, all out of relief, which is unbelievable as he went 5 total innings in the second series, and in the first series went 4 total innings, which is wild out of relief. A lot of high pitch counts, but he deserved it. He's been spectacular. The last outing for him was his most recent, July 15th against the Pios. Didn't get an out in that one, and he'll face some Pioneers bats, but first Cole Dawson as he hopes to get on base.
Pitch gets away from the catcher, Schmidt, but no advance by the runner, Mazzaferro, who is aboard at first with 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. It is a 1-0 pitch home now to Cole Dawson, who was 0 for 1 in the ball game. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. A tie ball game here as Clark has put 2 up on the board here in the 8th. So the runner aboard at first is not McFadden's responsibility, but the runner at the plate is, as here comes the pitch, and this one misses inside. 2-0 the count. We will see. That does look like Cade McGee on deck, so.
Yeah, it'll be that streak of Pios batters with McGee, Walden, and Davis, and all of them lethal as those are the 3 guys, or McGee and Davis each with 3 home runs, and Walden with 2 and the home run derby champ. So
here comes the pitch. It is sent foul down the left field line, and so the count will move to 2-1. Everything is even up on the big board. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for both teams. Clark has left 5 men. Lewis has left 4. The Dolphin sound has just become unhinged now. It doesn't matter who's at the plate. Anyone can be dolphined. It doesn't matter. Still
the
a
press
nice
box doing that as the game is unhinged as well.
Right,
so if
exactly.
the game can do it, the press box can do it.
It fits perfectly. Still a nice crowd here at Mike Lansing as first pitch was around 7:05. As here comes pitch. This one misses well off that outside corner, and now it's a 3-1 count home to Dawson with 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, and it has started to rain here as it's coming down sideways. Zach pointed it out to me here. So we will see what they do. I'm not sure if it's raining hard enough for a cancel or a postponement. As the runner goes down to second, he will be in there safely, and it doesn't matter because, well, they call it a strike. They did call it a strike, so it does matter. So Mazzaferro will have the base stolen, and it will be a strike home to Dawson. So now a full count here. Big pitch with 2 down, top of the 8th inning. Go-ahead run out at second base. As the wind whipping in, the rain moving in here. As here comes full count pitch. This one is swung on, hit out to the shortstop Thurston. He gloves, fires low. It's not dug out by Tollerman. Run is coming home, and he is safe. So a defensive miscue by the, it's probably going to be on the throw by Thurston, the error. Tollerman unable to make the pick, and the runner Mazzaferro came in the back door, and the Clark dugout, they are out, and they are loving it as they take the lead here, 4-3.
Oh, I can guarantee you the Clark division wants this win bad. As I've talked about the glove of Mazzaferro, the bat of Mazzaferro, and you see the base running there as he was thinking he was scoring the entire time. Rounded third hard. Antonio Garcia telling him to go, and he booked it to the plate, didn't even look at the throw, and then dove in safely. Heads up base running, and a nice base running play to score that go-ahead run.
Mazzaferro coming around to score on it. They have yet to make a decision on the scoring up on the big board.
We can make it for him, I think.
We can make it for him. Yeah, we'll give him an error on it. As, they're tentative. They get yelled at a lot for giving too many errors out. So that's why they're a little error shy.
Gotcha.
You should have seen them earlier in the season. They were like, error. It was brutal. As this one is fouled down the right field line. And the count will move to 0-2 on McGee.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's raining that heavily, but the wind is so heavy right now. It is pushing that mist rain just everywhere, all over the place. Some umbrellas out here at Mike Lansing Field.
As we are here, the ball is hit out to shallow right center. Who's going to make the catch? Nobody. It drops in as Dawson was off on the pitch. They're going to send him. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's not in time. Another run for Clark comes home to score. They've gotten 4 here in the top of the 8th inning as Cade McGee gave him the RBI a little bloop single out to right center. It dunked in no man's land out there, and Dawson scoring all the way from first on it.
Yeah, and a nice assist on that RBI from the wind. Second baseman over there. I was having troubles with that one. You can see the flag out in center field on the camera. It is about to come off the pole, and that ball kept on carrying, so it's hard to get underneath that and make a play. So tough play out there at second, but put it in play. Sometimes good things happen. That's the case for Cade McGee, and it extends the lead to 2.
JT Walden now at the plate. He will look at a strike at the top of the zone. 4 runs here in the top of the 8th inning for the Clark division. They lead this one 5-3 now. As we do have some folks heading for some cover underneath. As here comes a pitch. This one misses well outside, but a nice stop by Joe Schmidt ranging to his left. 1-1 now the count to JT Walden, who was 0 for 1 in the ball game. He reached on an error. The Horseheads have the Lewis division has committed 2 here. As you know what, there's been a lot of Horseheads here, but all the Pioneers it seems are in the ball game right now. So here comes the pitch, misses well inside, and the count will move to 2-1. In the bottom of the 8th, due up for Lewis, Ryan Callahan, Carson Lundmark, and Jake Jelly, the 2-3-4 men. Callahan will probably get in at bat. We will see if the other 2 men who were starters stay in the ball game. As this one misses, Schmidt tried to frame it behind the plate, but to no avail. And the count will move to 3-1.
Again, we haven't seen a home run here, Hannah. You got a 3-1 count to the home run derby champ.
In this weather, let me tell you, that would be something here. As here comes the 3-1 pitch, and he won't get a pitch to swing at. Misses well inside. So, unfortunately, no home run into the wind and the rain and the lightning for JT Walden here tonight. But Tyler Davis will check in here now, 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging, as this 8th inning just keeps on chugging. Blake McFadden has thrown 14 pitches, 7 for strikes, 7 for balls. Bring Jake right back out. Should have let him have more than one batter. Top of the 8th inning, 2 down. Clark has taken the lead over Lewis 5-3 here in the inning. McGee at second, Walden at first. As here comes pitch home. This one misses upstairs for a ball, and the count will move to 1-0.
The Clark division with 2 pitchers left is Andrew Garcia and Riley Kirkpatrick. I don't know if either of those are limited, but I did see Garcia going to warm up, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him coming in the next inning.
No recycled pitchers in the ball game, perhaps, just batters. As this one will catch the inside corner, and the count is now 1-1 on Tyler Davis, the number 9 man here for Clark, as they are still threatening with runners aboard at first and second and 2 down. Runners will take their lead. McFadden comes set, and he deals home. Fires that one up there, and it just misses inside. Schmidt trying to do all he can to frame those pitches behind the plate, but it is 2-1 now the count. McGee at second, Walden at first, Davis at the plate. The 2-1 is swung on and lifted out to right center. We will see who gets there, and it is the second baseman, Lucero, with his back to the infield. A nice catch. He had to reach over his head and out into the outfield for that one, but he does make the catch to retire the side. Now before Clark gets 4 runs here in the top of the 8th inning, we head to the home half of the frame. Clark leading 5-3. Welcome back to the ball game. It is Ryan Callahan to bat here for the Lewis division. Ryan Callahan, Carson Lundmark, and Jake Jelly due up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Clark now leading 5-3 after they got 4 in the top half of the 8th. The new pitcher is Riley Kirkpatrick from the Spearfish Sasquatch as he deals home. And it's a strike on the outside corner to Ryan Callahan, who is from Casper, one of the 5 Casper All-Stars. His mom, Kelly Callahan, is watching. She follows me on Twitter. She always likes my tweets. So shout out to Miss Callahan. As this one is stung to right, but right to the first baseman, E.J. Taylor, who has been there all evening. And so Callahan is 1 for 2 on the evening now after the line out.
Yeah, and another South Carolina player into the game. Riley Kirkpatrick playing at one of the USC schools. So shout out to him from Omaha, Nebraska. And the lefty can really pump it out there. A 1-1 record this year in 26.1 innings of work, 25 Ks to 13 walks. And he'll get to hit here against a pinch hitter.
So we are. It's David Melfi again.
Okay.
So we the rules. We simply have no rules in this ball game, folks. David Melfi, in his last plate appearance, he grounded out into a 6-4-3 double play. As this one misses well up and out for a ball, the count will move to 1-0. I do want to give a shout out to the Tommy Knockers social media team because I had tweeted out that Melfi was in the home run derby yesterday, and they tweeted this meme that was like, "Go Melfi," and then it was Italian intensifies. And I was like, that's so funny. So a big shout out to all the social media teams who are trying tirelessly to make folks laugh, as this one will catch the outside corner, and the count will move to 1-1.
Melfi is a New Yorker. I believe he's from Staten Island. I'll have to check, but one of a couple players on that team from Wagner.
I think he's listed as a Jersey kid. Jackson, New Jersey, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. It's all East Coast, all the same.
Yeah, there you go.
I just offended so many people with that comment. 2-1 now, the count to Melfi, who is batting with 1 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here comes the pitch. This one is sent out to right, and this one is foul. The count is 2-2. Melfi out of Wagner College. 2-2 the count to him here as he is battling with Riley Kirkpatrick, the reliever here in the 8th inning for the Sasquatch, one of 2 remaining men down in that bullpen, I do believe. As this one pops out of the glove of the catcher, and it will be a ball, and the count will move full. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Clark division. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Lewis division. Looking to get back into this one after giving up the lead in the top half of the frame, and Melfi goes swinging at that one, so he is down via the K. And it will send up Jake Jelly, who was 0 for 3. He has flied out, grounded out, and struck out looking.
But he is batted in the same spot, and that's what matters.
We respect him for that. He's been in. I think he might be he's the only guy who started this ball game still in it. Originally, in his original spot, hasn't come out. So, you know what? Good for him. Good for Wheat City. The only one to not confuse us tonight is Jake Jelly hitting out of the cleanup spot as he bats here with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. As this one will miss well outside for a ball, 1-0.
It looks like the rain has stopped, which is a good sign.
It's still going a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was. You can still see it a little bit in the lights. As here comes a 1-0 offering home to Jelly, and this one is foul off to the right side. Count will move to 1-1. 5-3, Clark leading Lewis. As we do want to remind you, there will be fireworks. We'll try to get you a decent angle. The 4th of July angle was not so great, but we will try to get you a decent angle to see the fireworks show. As this one misses upstairs for another ball, and the count will move to 2-1.
Yeah, I already got the fire truck out there, ready to roll.
They're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after they did fireworks last time, though, because we were still playing after they were done, they had like couple of cop cars and a fire truck out there, like flashing lights. I was like, oh boy, what's going on? As this one is swung on and missed, and the count will move to 2-2. Deuces are wild up on the scoreboard, bottom of the 8th inning. Lewis trying to avoid going 1-2-3 against Riley Kirkpatrick just into this game for the Sasquatch. As Kirkpatrick comes set and now deals home. This one misses too tall. Off-speed pitch, it didn't fall in where he wanted it to, and now the count is full.
Yeah, it was a nice breaker. He got the spin on it he wanted, but left it a little bit outside. You can get that on the outside black. That's a great pitch.
The payoff pitch home to Jelly. Here it comes. This one is swung on and hit out to center. This ball is going to drop down for a base hit. So Jake Jelly does have a hit here in the All-Star game. Comes with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. And it will send up Zach Tollerman, who is 0 for 1. He reached on an error. One of 4 Canyon County Spuds to be representing the brand new team out of Caldwell, Idaho here tonight.
This is all rumor, but I have heard that the Spuds took a plane out here.
One player did. Then they are all going to fly back because Haley had to pick him up today at 11 o'clock and the banquet was at 11:30. So it was not Tollerman because he was in the Derby last night. As this one misses outside for a ball, count will move to 1-0. I can't remember who it was. They're all so tall. Yeah. I was like, all these tall pitchers for the Spuds.
It must be what they feed them.
Yeah, it's all the potatoes.
There you go.
As this one catches the inside corner, count will move to 1-1. They do have, I heard on one of their broadcasts, they do have fries there at the ballpark. And so I told Giselle, our GM, I was like, we got to get fries here.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do have to shout out their pre and post game meals have been far and away really good. I got some steak while I was there.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I know, fancy stuff.
This one bounced in there, and it's a nice stop by Davis behind the plate to stop the runner Jelly from advancing. I'll tell you, in addition to broadcasting, I do make the pregame meals most days.
Yeah, I saw the Twitter saga, so.
I do make the gas station sandwiches. This one is sent up the middle, a backhanded stop by Mazzaferro. He flips to second, and they get him. What a play by Mazzaferro there to flip to Dawson covering and retire Jake Jelly. As we head to the top of the 9th inning, Clark leading 5-3. Welcome back to the ball game. It is 5-3. Clark leading as Seth Suritz will step in here now. As it is Blake McFadden out there for another inning of work. As he deals strike one home, and the count is 0-1. Here comes the next offering. This one had Suritz down on a knee, but it does miss.
And we got Smelko in the on-deck circle, so here we go.
Why not? We're just doing it again. You know.
I love it. I need to see Smelko get a hit tonight, so.
As Surit is 0 for 1 with a flyout so far in the ball game. The count is 1-1 to him. As here comes the next offering. It's over the head of the shortstop Thurston and out into center field. So Surit is aboard with the single.
Yeah, that one was roped off the bat over the head of the shortstop. And out into left center field, rounding first hard with Surit. Thinking about two, but putting on the brakes and return to the first base bag as Smelko comes up to the plate again and back in the right-handed batter's box.
So Smelko is batting for Trevor Madsen, who is in and out of this game already. let me tell you, it's been a game.
Last frame. We're in the ninth inning.
The ninth inning. Here we go. Top of the ninth inning.
Until they score 2
right.
in the bottom half, and
or they're like, we want to play another inning. I was doing PA for a Wazoo game, and they played 16 because they were just like, we want to keep playing. And I was like, I have to go home and watch Red Sox. It's a playoff game. And Smelko sends this one down the line, but it is foul, and so the count will move to 0-1. Smelko is 0 for 2 with a fly out, a walk, and a ground out. And so it will be an 0-1 count to him. He led off. He started as the leadoff man in this one, the ambidextrous man. As he bats here with Surratt aboard at first. Nobody out, top of the ninth inning. Here comes the pitch from McFadden. This one is swung on line right to Thurston. Oh, and they've doubled off Surratt. He didn't freeze on that line drive, and it cost him as they double him off. So Smelko out on the line out, and then Thurston threw right over to first, and they got him.
He had another double play to this game, but Smelko seems to hit into a ton of those. He smokes balls, but it's right at the infielder, and a nice play by Thurston, firing it back to the first base bag, knew immediately where he needed to go with it, and he did the right thing there to get that out at first base, and 2 outs here in the top of the ninth.
Charles McAdoo will come back into the ball game, batting with 2 down here in the top of the ninth inning, and he will look at a strike from McFadden, who has thrown 24 pitches, 14 strikes, and 10 balls. We do want to thank everybody for hanging with us, 214 strong. We do hope that you've gotten to see your favorite player here this evening, as this one swung out and missed. He was out in front of it, as the count has moved to 0-2. Colin Adams is out on deck, so in his spot, question mark?
Somewhat.
It's his spot-ish, as this one is swung on and fouled back. And the count is 0-2. We've had a great time the past couple of days here with the All-Star game. The boys will be, the Horseheads, I should clarify, will be back out on the road Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They will be taking on the Canyon County Spuds, actually a schedule change. And then they'll be in Gehring, Nebraska. As this one swung on and missed. McAdoo out in front of a pitch. And Clark is down here, 1-2-3 in the inning. It's time for Lewis to rally. Chris, get the rally cap on. You know the drill. Bottom of the ninth inning. Lewis needs 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off. Maybe. Who knows if they can even walk off in this game.
Welcome back. Bottom of the ninth inning. As a new arm into the game, it's Andrew Garcia out of the Sioux Falls Sunfish. Got to give some respect to the Clark Division's pitching staff so far tonight. The only one with really a rocky outing was Dawson Linder out of Fremont in his 1 inning of work, allowing all 3 runs. But every other pitcher going an inning, not allowing a single run, and adding a couple of strikeouts as well. 5 total on the night between these guys. And it has been an impressive outing, and Andrew Garcia will look to add to it, as he has been good so far this year in 8 starts so far for Sioux Falls, 47 innings of work, and only 12 earned runs allowed. So excited to see him here pitch in the bottom of the ninth.
He faces off against Houston Fogelstrom. His first pitch swinging. He sends it up the middle to Cole Dawson, who throws over to first to retire Fogelstrom. So he is down on just one pitch. He's down 6-3, and it will send up Jordan Williams, who has an outfield assist in this ball game. He's also 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher in his first plate appearance, as he will step into the box here, batting with 1 down in the bottom of the ninth inning. Clark leading 5-3 in the game. The rain has officially stopped here at the ballpark, which is lovely to see. So we will have some fireworks after the ball game, as that one is a strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count. As working quickly is Garcia, and he will miss with a pitch off the outside corner. 1-1. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Clark. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for Lewis, as this one misses well up and in. And the count will move 1-2. I've got 2-1.
I think you're right. 2-1.
I've got 2-1. As here comes the next offering home. This one is swung on and fouled back, so the count will move to 2-2. Might hit the press box. Nope, I think it missed us. There was one, like the first time it hit the press box, we weren't anticipating it, and then it like hit us like head on, and we both like flinched.
That's always been a goal of mine, to catch one of the foul balls.
Yeah.
It's
It's tough.
a good spot to do it.
It's tough because of the netting, though, as this one is fouled off to the left side, and the count holds.
In Gehring, we got a net on top of the press box, so it has to be perfect. But I did catch a hot dog toss in between it.
Yeah,
so
you were telling me about that. That's impressive.
Yeah, I took some pride in it. It was a good hot dog, too.
There you okay. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one misses inside. No, because they brought some Gehring hot dogs up here one time.
Oh, boy.
And Chris wouldn't even eat it. He was like, this is disgusting. So, I hate to say the Casper hot dogs are superior, but, the full count offering misses outside, and Williams will be aboard with the walk here. 1 down, bottom of the ninth inning, and it puts a runner aboard for Joe Schmidt. I do believe he's coming up.
He's the tying run at the
He
plate.
is.
Would be cool, huh?
Oh, the tying run. Joe Schmidt, a hometown favorite out of Villa Ridge, Missouri. I made the mistake of I said Montana instead of Missouri in the conference room today. And the Joe Schmidt fans among the interns were not happy. They were like, no.
Jumped at you, yeah.
Joe Schmidt is from Missouri. It's like, I know that. I say it all the time. I just, a mental thing. As this one catches the zone somewhere for a strike, and the count will move to 0-1 on Schmidt. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. Let's go, Joe. Absolutely, Kelly. Here comes the 0-1 offering. It will not be made. The throw goes over to check on the runner, Williams, at first. As Schmidt is the only, I was going to say he's the only Horsehead left in the ballgame, but Ryan Callahan is still in there. So 2 of the 5 Horseheads still playing here in the ninth, as swung on and missed, and Schmidt is going to have to battle. He is down in the count 0-2. Seth Lucero of the Tommy Knockers is on deck. Here comes a pitch. This one bounced up there, and it misses for a ball. The count will move to 1-2.
Nice block behind the plate by Tyler Davis. For Andrew Garcia out there, we don't have a radar gun up here, but it looks like he's throwing the hardest out of what we've seen tonight. That fastball has been really running up there, and then that nasty slider or curveball, whatever it is, has been working, mixing speeds.
He sends this one a chopper down left field line, but it is foul. And the count will move to 1-2.
So here you go, Hannah. You're still ahead in the count 1-2 if you're on the mound. Do you come back with a high fastball or a breaking ball in the dirt? What are we thinking here? Second prediction.
I'm thinking
You were
high fastball.
50% last time.
High fastball.
High fastball.
That's what I'm thinking. Try to get him to swing and miss at something. 1-2, the pitch swung on and missed. So he did swing and miss. Wasn't a high fastball, but sadly, Joe Schmidt is down swinging, as it will be now 2 down here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Last hope.
And yes, bottom of the ninth inning, 2 down here. Seth Lucero, the Lewis Division's last hope of the Mining City Tommy Knockers. 0 for 1 with a ground out so far in the ball game, batting with A runner aboard at first, so he is the game-tying run at the plate. As here comes pitch. This one catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Lucero doesn't like it. But it is an 0-1 offering to him. Garcia, 14 pitches, 9 strikes, and 5 balls. Here comes pitch. This one, it was a ball out of his hand. It slipped there. And so the count is now 1-1.
Got a good infield here. Cade McGee at third, Jared Mazzaferro at second. We've seen some nice plays from him tonight, and of course E.J. Taylor over there at first, trying to get this last out.
1-1 the count. This one is swung on, and this could do it. Popped up on the infield. Out goes the second baseman, Mazzaferro, and he makes the catch in short center field to retire the side and win the ball game for the Clark division. Well, they trailed most of the ball game, but they got it when it counted. Top of the 8th inning, they got 4 runs, a bit unconventionally, as we saw some unconventional substitutes, but the Clark division will certainly take it as they take this one 5-3, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Lewis division. So a nice win for Clark and the Pios.
Yeah, I'm sure they enjoyed it. I know all of them were really getting into it during the home run derby, rocking the Clark division, guys that are really going against each other competitive during the season, coming together here for the All-Star break, and it's been fantastic. A real blast here, and what a way to end it here at Mike Lansing Field. A good game, a Clark division win. Antonio Garcia gets the win on his birthday.
There you go.
And we wrap things up. It's been fun, Hannah.
It has been fun. I will say I don't like to address the comments too much, but I do. It's tough to see some of the comments and the trolls that we have coming through, especially on my behalf and the folks who make accounts just to try and silence me. But let me tell you, I've dealt with a lot of mediocre men, especially in my career, who think that they can intimidate me and try and get me to stop doing what I love, and it's not going to work because it hasn't worked yet, and I got a lot of people in my corner. So you can continue to run your mouth behind a computer screen, and it's not going to stop me. So you continue to troll with your nameless accounts, and I'll continue to get to live out my dream. So
and broadcast an All-Star game. How about
absolutely. So much fun getting to do this game with you, Zach, as well as the home run derby yesterday. So with that, I think we'll send it off, and we'll catch you back here next week when the Spuds come to play. And that should be fun. We're going to play 5 games against the Spuds at home. So we got some fireworks going. We'll get the camera going, but that is all. Hannah Martin and Zach McKinstry signing off. Thank you so much, Zach. This has been a great game.
Oh, it's been so much fun. Thanks for having me,
Absolutely. Hannah. Clark takes this one 5-3. Stick around for the fireworks. Looking to stay connected with your hometown baseball team?